Wow, I totally forgot to put my microphone on mute for that. Anyway, welcome back to an episode of Minister Truth. I am your number one host on this show, and I will always be the number one host on this show, unless, one of my other personalities come out, but really not sure that's going to happen anytime soon. How's everyone doing? Took a break yesterday, because I felt like it. Hello, Cardio, Harper, as well as Zippity. Glad you showed up. Okay. So we got a little bit to go over today. I got some news. Obviously, stuff that's been in the news. I'm finally going to start touching at it. And that's the CEO, the murderer, and as well as Daniel Penny. But, as you know, I like to start things off a little musically, so to speak. So, obviously, we're going to get to the music first. In the news. I'm sorry, news.
Probably gonna hate me for this, probably gonna hang me for this. Tell them the kids on my ass while I am taking the shit. I'm gonna say what I think. If you don't think what I say, don't think it's okay to put out a diss. Once you get put on the list, look what I did to Nick. That's old news though. Speaking of the news though, tonight's topic is the media and how you dying from the diet that they feeding you. I hope you motherfuckers listen. Television programming, damn it, man, you getting programmed by your fucking vision. Fuck you think the channel mean? You think it's just a coincidence that they use the same words when they channel demon? Course you don't, cause you don't think it all. You just sitting off the shit that's on the screen where they come right between us all. Hey dog, it's more than entertainment to it. Cause entertainment was designed to detain your mind so that something else can enter to it. Believe half what you see and none of what you hear. 2020, yeah, buddy, what a fucking year. Ain't no telling where the
Did y'all come over from NTS and she's over?
So I don't never ever watch shit. One pointing to the left, one pointing to the right. Just hoping that we fight, that's right. That's why I never ever watch shit. So you can miss me with your narrative. Cause all you do with truth is burying. So I don't never ever watch the shit. Where the cards go, fuck it, I don't need the strings to strike a chord. Nope, I will not keep quiet, I will not stand by and listen to them lying, buying what they sell cause they wear suits and ties. Hi, I'm a white American, I fit right in narratives. I tell black people they're not equal cause I'm scared of them. Yo, what's up my nigga, you a black American. Cops shoot you on sight cause they all assume that you carrying. Hola, que pasa amigo, I know that you hear illegal.
YouTube, that was just singers going
just
don't
like I know
POS
you
me.
Asian, stay the hell away from me. Cause the media says you got the flu and you all look Chinese. I swear that's how we sound, I swear that's how we act. I swear it's like we only see brown, yellow, white, and black. What's really going
Black, white,
on?
yellow, brown, and blue. What's up, Sam? What's up, Jill? Is it afternoon for real? It is. How you doing, Jilly? Like I said, now we're going to get into X World because X was one of the second places I went to check. And it's been a little weird. I've never seen people... Well, I celebrated when Soleimani got killed. I got celebrated when bin Laden got killed. Celebrated when Saddam Hussein got hung off of stairs. But never for a CEO.
Okay, so they've arrested our hot CEO assassin. Turns out his name's Luigi.
What up,
He's 26
Rockstar?
years old. He's an Ivy League grad. Did his undergrad and master's at Penn in computer science. That's my type. He's a little young for me, but... baby, what is you doing getting caught eating at McDonald's?
Because he was hungry?
Curse you, McDonald's employee, for turning him in. But I get it. They upped the reward to $60,000. Maybe you needed that money. I never understood those crazy women that wrote inmates in jail, but I could see myself doing that.
Good job, Luigi. Good job. Now you got some fans.
Okay,
You're
so
like, what's
they've
that dude? Serial killer. Can't remember his fucking name right now, and I feel really stupid. It's all right. I'm not really stupid. I just don't really care. Ted something. Whatever. I think it's Ted something. Not Ted Turner. All right. From one crazy lady who's celebrating a killer, I guess you can, if you want to look at it this way, it's like, not Brad Penny. He saved some lives and he put a chokehold on somebody who was already on drugs and was having an episode where he was threatening other people and saying, no, Ted Bundy. There you go. Thank you. I was looking for Bundy.
They caught the guy that killed the UHCs.
Now, I want everybody to know, I don't know if it's coming up yet. It just sounded fucking great. Monopoly starting back at McDonald's. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. And if it happens, good thing I like McDonald's French fries.
CEO. For such a professional hit, it's kind of weird that the gunman didn't leave the US. The guy that reported it was a McDonald's worker. I would never advocate for violence on my page.
But
it would be pretty funny if we beat the shit out of him, and then when he went to the hospital, that if he was out of network and had to pay a huge bill, I think that would be funny. I'm not advocating for it, but it would bring a smile to my face. They caught the...
So, in the same sense, if the guy gets beat up because you think it's deserving, is it cool if his friends, do the Uno reverse like, bro, names are fucking missing me today. And they beat you up. AC. There it is. Okay. So, when it comes to immigration in the United States, which is a really big issue right now, I 100% believe we should deport anybody here that's illegally because no one is above the law, except for Biden or Trump or me. I'm not above the law. I just skirt under it. So this is about a elementary school that was trying to do deals with the Mexican consulate. I'm assuming it was more to put ICE. Oh shit! I clicked the wrong one. For the ICE. Okay, no, that's the right one. And why are schools, talking to a Mexican consulate, especially in elementary school? Interesting. But I guess somebody saw this and changed their mind.
The Trump administration has promised mass deportations, while a plan is still unclear. As Snohomish County School District already planned a Know Your Rights community session in partnership with the Mexican consulate.
Now, that session sparked a heated debate on social media, which then spilled into threats and concerns of harassment. Fox 13's Alejandro Guzman is looking into how the Edmonds School District is reacting.
Once again, we're seeing social media influence decision-making, this time here at the Edmonds School District, who has now canceled their one and only Know Your Right session. They say Meadowdale High School is no longer a safe space to host this event because those social media comments did include happy hunting and folks saying that they would be there to, quote, help ICE get rid of garbage illegal aliens. This is a huge disservice, according to immigration advocacy organizations who say that these sessions come at a crucial time when communities feel unsafe. A save the date for the Know Your Right session was
here's
set
what I
to Edmonds
understand.
School.
Illegals, they have no rights under the Constitution. So there you go. Not saying they don't have human rights, which they do, but they don't have rights under the Constitution of the United States of America because they are not a legal green card holder and or a citizen. Right? But you know what? If we give them the tools, to skirt the system, skirt, then why not? Right? Why don't we just build a wall? And the wall that's supposed to be off Mexico? What if, since they can come in through the fucking ocean, right, over in San Diego, what if we just built a wall along Arizona, Nevada, and Oregon? Huh? And California can pay for it.
District parents late last week. It was posted to the district's calendar in partnership with the Mexican consulate, who scheduled a 2-hour window on December 17th. A flyer for the event said the conversation would include how to prepare for immigration raids, what your rights are when approached, detained, or incarcerated by police or immigration agents. 24% of the school district students are Hispanic or Latino. Overall, there are more minority students at 47.1% compared to 45.3% who are white. News of the session was quickly shared on X by the account Libs on TikTok. Since Friday, it has more than
So I'm looking at this little
580,000 views and hundreds of comments.
Let's go back. So the school district, 24% Hispanic Latino, right? Oh shit, I only make up 0.9. But where in this 24%, how many of those are illegal? Right? I wonder how many of those are legal. Guarantee you none of them.
Right. News of the session was quickly shared on X by the account Libs on TikTok. Since Friday, it has more than 580,000 views and hundreds of comments, including, "Great time to round them all up. Cool. We can get the whole family at the same time. If you're here illegally, you should not get rights."
I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised.
In the same way, we're celebrating criminals. Might as well celebrate another criminal. Luigi. See, my brain's not working.
Everyone in the U.S. is guaranteed rights under the Constitution regardless of immigration status,
That's not
according
true.
to the U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants. One America, an organization pushing for policy change, says
This reminds me of those organizations that were at the border, right? You right? You know what I'm talking about. Huh? Been talking about this for years.
there's been an increase in requests for these types of sessions by communities since 2016.
We equip people with the knowledge they need to ensure that them and their families and their communities know what they can and can't do in the face of raids or targeted deportation. There's a lot at stake when
Targeted
a community
deportation?
doesn't know their rights.
The Edmond School District is still in talks about
Not sure how it's targeted because there's either legal or illegal residents in the United States. Not really targeting.
how to best get families this crucial information the same way they would have had there been a
So am I.
session. I did reach out to the original
Because
account who shared this post, and
none of my
role may
family
have
came
played
here illegally.
in this incident, but we have not heard back. Alejandra Usman, Fox 13 News.
But we will go into, actually, since you brought that up, Sam, there are people out there saying, well, Melania Trump, she was here, so Barron should not be allowed in this country because of birthright citizenship. Hey, stupid. His dad's an American. And on top of that, his wife's got a green card, and I believe she's a U.S. citizen now. And they're not deporting U.S. citizens. They're deporting people with illegal status. I'm okay with it. Although I'm pretty sure I know a few people that were under the birthright, and they joined the military. Oh, forgot to change the story. No, I don't want to do that because she looks retarded. Here we go. A former employee of the Washington Post, a former employee as of yesterday of Vox, using her platform to target, not really target, but praise Luigi. Luigi seems to be like a hero. So does that mean if I become an assassin and I target pedos, will that make me a hero? Unless I choke him out on the subway, because the guy he choked out, yeah, that dude was trying to snatch a 7-year-old. Not that day, previously. And he got away with it.
Unhappy with my mischaracterization of what you said and inferring that you were feeling joyful about what had happened to this guy. So we've got the clip and we'll just play it back just to remind you.
I do believe in the sanctity of life. And I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like...
Yes.
I mean,
Joy
I
at a
guess I would
man's
say
execution?
maybe not joy, but
Again,
certainly
no,
not
this is
no,
what I said.
certainly
This is
not
literally what I
empathy.
said.
This is literally.
So you felt joy. You
I'm
felt
so
joy.
glad that you played that clip because you'll see that I didn't
And
say
then she
that I
said
felt
she
joy in the
misspoke
man's
and
Hold
death.
on, you just did.
Oh, joy
I
at a
guess, unfortunately, you know, because it
Joy?
feels like
this guy. So we've got the clip, and we'll just play it back just to remind you.
I do believe in the sanctity of life, and I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy. Unfortunately, you know, because it
Joy?
feels like.
Serious?
I mean,
Joy at
I
a
guess I
man's
would say
execution?
maybe not joy, but
Again,
You
certainly
did double
not,
down
no,
on it,
but
though.
certainly not empathy. This is literally.
So you felt joy. You
I'm
felt
so
joy.
glad that you played that clip because you'll see that I didn't
And
say
then she
that I
said
felt
she
joy in the
misspoke
man's
and
death.
clarified.
Oh.
And I didn't say
You
that I
don't think,
felt
Mark,
joy in
it was
that
more
man's
that she
death?
wished she hadn't said she felt joy? Because
No.
you suddenly realized how bad it
Why
sounded.
don't you listen to that clip again? Because I don't say that joy that I feel joy in the man's death. I said I feel joy because, and that's exactly when you cut me off. And if you let me finish,
Bullshit.
I would say I feel joy.
Bullshit.
Oh, bullshit, Piers. You don't.
No,
you don't know what was in my
that's
head,
not.
Piers.
That's not. She's right. She's right, Pierce.
Bullshit.
She actually said, "I feel joy," and then you interrupted her there. Perhaps I don't know what she was going to say, but she certainly didn't get a chance to finish.
Well,
finish
the viewers
thought.
can watch the whole thing in the right context.
And you
We
may
don't
not
censor
realize
things.
this, but
we
that's
don't
Black Lives
censor things
Matter.
here. Mark, I don't know why you're going out of your way to.
Mark is a simp. Looks like. Not really worried about that one. Not worried about that. So this one shows me the lack of intelligence of politicians or reporters, CNN panelists, because they get paid tons more. They're smarter than me. They got college educations. And, well, let's listen to CNN.
They have birthright.
Talking about birthright citizenship or getting deported under Donald Trump. And this is the kind of fucking fear. Obviously, I show rage material, but this is the kind of fear they've been pushing in the media since the beginning of time.
I might be deported because I'm a naturalized citizen. And Stephen Miller, who is Donald Trump's deputy chief of staff, has said that they're going to embark on a denaturalization program. So I could be deported, my citizenship could be taken away, and my children could be deported because they have birthright citizenship. So this is not what the country voted for. Let's be very clear. Americans voted for Trump because of groceries, because of lowering costs.
And the
he
border.
has not talked about that one bit. What this country did not vote for is to deport the 11 million undocumented immigrants who do
21.
critical work for our economy, who have injected $7 trillion into our economy. And what Americans want is a solution to immigration. They want expanded legal pathways, and they do want more stronger, smart border security, which is exactly what Democrats are talking about. And Democrats have always been the ones willing to work with Republicans on a solution, and it's been Republicans that have always pulled the rug from under our feet.
Wow. Damn those Republicans always pulling the rug from under their feet. Give me 2 seconds. Once ABC News pulls up the story, and they're probably not going to because they don't want me to prove nothing. Just kidding. Hold on, let me double check, see if it came up. Here we go. So let's see if that lady was right. I'm just curious. Why voters chose Trump. Hold on. So let's take a look at why voters chose Trump. Let's see. The state of democracy? No, that was Harris. Oh, the economy. Ooh, 80%. Keep that in mind. 80%. Abortion? Not so much. Immigration. 90%. You mean to tell me that wasn't Donald Trump's top priority? That's ABC News. That's your go-to, right? Maybe I should be a CNN
the Cold War between Joe Biden
CNN analyst. Anal list. So I know that Joe Biden's pissed that he was taken out of the election, pretty much not by choice, by hook or by crook. But how's his relationship with the current vice president?
Biden and Kamala Harris and their respective partners is continuing, and there's no indication of the tensions simmering down after a very awkward encounter at the Kennedy Center Honors on Sunday night. Joe and Jill Biden were welcomed to the event with a minute-long standing ovation. But instead of greeting Joe's right-hand woman when entering the arena, Joe and Jill Biden savagely ignored Kamala Harris and her husband Doug
The
Emhoff,
whole time.
despite being seated right next to the vice presidential pair.
No, you can't see it. I'm looking right through them. Oh. What are you looking at, Joe? You looking at me? We know Joe likes to look at Donald.
The internet erupted at the awkward spectacle, with this commentator saying, Joe Biden and Dr. Jill are refusing to even glance at Kamala Harris tonight. They freaking hate her. This person agreed, saying Joe Biden looks completely through Kamala Harris and...
That was,
If police in
Joe
the United
Biden
States
who,
are...
showing love for the vice president of the United States. Currently the vice president of the United States, but we know that's not going to last much longer. Going to skip this one.
And we have...
All right, so this one I actually saved yesterday, and it was about the so-called assassin, because assassins will shoot you in the back when you can't see it coming. Assassins like to see their work, and they shoot from the forward. Just saying. From the front.
Breaking news on the search for the man who shot and killed a healthcare CEO on the streets of Manhattan last week. Two sources familiar with the matter tell News 4 investigators are following a new possible lead.
Oh,
in
fuck, that was
murder
before you got caught.
connected.
John, you have some new details about specific lines that you can quote from this 2-page handwritten document that was found on Luigi Mangioni's.
So how come with everyone else, it's a manifesto, but with this guy, it's a 2-page document, handwritten, not a manifesto.
Person, what was he writing about?
Well, he was railing against the healthcare industry, which of course fits into the scenario here. He talks about how these parasites had it coming. He starts off...
Fuck are you talking about? Jilly's got Christmas stuff? Jilly?
Basically saying, I don't want to cause any trauma, but it had to be done. So a second page really kind of goes into problems with the health industry. He raises the question.
So this dude's a super liberal, super anti-capitalist. It's really bad right now. I'm not sure if people are going to pick up on this, but they specifically said in this segment that is a ghost gun. Oh, hell no. I'm not pulling that shit up. But for all you ghost gun owners, keep it on the down low for right now. Unless media's not paying attention to this because Daniel Penny, which would make sense.
You know, why do we have the most expensive healthcare in the world, but we're 42, rated 42 in life expectancy around the world? I can't vet his facts or findings there, but it was talking about the healthcare industry and the need for violence. I mean, especially when you talk about, the opening, which is that it had to be done. These parasites, had it coming. That does kind of fit in what they're talking about. What do we know about this individual? Mr. Mangione is an engineer. He grew up in Towson, Maryland. He's 26 years old. He graduated UPenn in 2020. and then went on to a master's program where he got that master's degree in engineering. And he has addresses, as Shimon said, in Tosin, where he grew up, in Philadelphia, where he went to school, in Honolulu, which we're still looking into. But he is strongly believed to be the suspect in this case.
It's incredibly interesting.
What's up, softer ass?
It also speaks to the fact that he just had Josh Campbell, you're with us now, so much on his person, according to police.
Doesn't really look
from
like
a
that much.
suppressor to, they're saying it's the fake ID they believe that he used at the hostel.
You really think that this guy would commit this murder, right? And still continue to keep the gun on him? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay.
New Jersey fake ID when he was in New York, and then this manifesto talking about why he did this. I mean, that tells you a lot about his maybe expectation that ultimately this was all going to catch up with him, even as he tried to get away.
Yeah, you're spot on. And, you know, sometimes these major incidents that start with a bang end with a whimper. We didn't see a dramatic, police takedown. What we saw is someone eating at a McDonald's who then had the police called on him and apparently taken into custody without incident. And, it's so interesting. John and I have been covering this. There was this consensus in looking at that initial surveillance video from outside that hotel that police weren't dealing with Carlos the Jackal here. I mean, you look at everything from his stance in holding that gun to the type of gun itself, to the mistakes that he had made, apparently leaving behind a water bottle and a burner phone.
That's
so
not
this,
a mistake.
this was a sophisticated job in the sense that it appeared to be planned and then executed, and then he was able to successfully flee and escape arrest for several days. But when you look at all of that material with him on his person, whenever he is actually taken into custody, someone who had the wherewithal to plan all of this and then to escape several law enforcement agencies would have had to have known that having all of that on his person would implicate him in this crime. As you mentioned, you have the fake ID, an ID that was matching the fake ID he used to check into that hostel. You have the mask that he had that was on these images that have been seen now around the world, and specifically the firearm itself. All of those items could have been ditched along the way as he was trying to escape.
Although I do have
had them
one
on his person.
If he's supposed to be some really trained assassin, what kind of gun were you using to where it would jam? A 9mm jamming. I would understand a 22, not a 9mm, even if it is a ghost gun, because you still got to get the regular parts for it. What's up, community cardio?
Of course, we can get into the firearms forensics if you'd like to see how how that would actually play a key role here. But when you look finally at the manifesto, you have to raise the question: is this someone who expected to be caught and didn't mind being caught eventually? Particularly if he is someone who was railing against the industry in which this murder victim had worked, to have all that material on you and then to have essentially the motive, laying out the motive in these documents for police to find everyone, any good at.
As of 20 minutes ago, Benny Johnson reported that this guy, Luigi, said the cops planted the evidence on him. That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Not really.
Attorney will tell you that the best way to escape any type of serious charge such as murder is to create reasonable doubt, to have no evidence on your person, to try to fight every accusation that comes your way. That much harder when you have all of that with you as you're taken into custody.
Yeah, certainly an intriguing point why he would have that kind of note on him. It speaks to some form of premeditation, at least. Josh Campbell, thank you for that. We also have with us Michael Alcazar, a retired NYPD detective, and on Friday, you talked about how critical DNA evidence would be not necessarily in identifying a suspect, but tying them to the crime.
Some of the cheap
and in hearing about some of these details, specifically about the water bottle that was left behind, and
except for a
fingerprint that was on that water bottle. I'm curious how significant a piece of evidence would that be in a future prosecution?
Yeah, this is absolutely huge that we have this suspect, and then we process the crime scene, as best to the ability of the NYPD. We got DNA, we got fingerprints, we have the ammunition.
Hello, Dominique.
So now
Good to
hopefully
see
we
you,
can
man.
link all that to this suspect. We were going to get DNA from him, get fingerprints off of him. The weapon, like the other person mentioned before, we can link it to the bullets, because usually the barrel will have rifling. I know this is a ghost gun. Hopefully it still produces
It
the
still
same
has a
marks
barrel.
on the ammunition. So crime scene processing, the images that we put out, the Crime Stoppers tips, that's what helped solve this crime and make this arrest.
And John Miller, back to you. We're talking about, why does he have all of this potential evidence on him, so much of it? But I guess there's also a question of what was the intent of the letter. In some crimes, you have people who send in their manifesto with the expectation they may or may not get caught. Do you have an idea, perhaps, what the intent could be, looking at cases like that?
Brianna, that's a really important question, and here's why. When you look at the note, I do apologize for any strife or trauma, but it had to be done. These parasites had it coming. This is a single homicide we're looking at. Parasites is in the plural. And the note itself, where he says, I acted alone, I'm self-funded, it suggests two potential things here. Number one, he was expecting to be caught somehow, somewhere, and wanted the note to say, I acted alone, this was just me, and here's the why. Or the other, even darker possibility, which is he intended to keep striking and at some point was going to release this note after he killed executives from other healthcare companies or other major corporations. We've looked at some of his other writings going back to the past on his social media and things he's posted, and he does rail against corporate America, against profiteering, against taking advantage of the consumer, and he does talk about how protest is ineffective and that violence is the next step that has to be taken. So a lot to kind of chew on there while they put together the charges, as Shimon said, and others get together the physical and forensic evidence that may tie him to this New York murder.
Josh Campbell, back to you, because Michael brought up something I found interesting. Obviously,
I don't know. Seems kind of fishy to me, if you ask me. To me, if you ask me, I realize I said that fucking shit twice. Get over it. It doesn't make any sense. So, dude from Maryland, ID from New Jersey, killed in New York, has an address in Hawaii, lived in Colorado. Why did he go to Atlanta, or did he go to Atlanta? Because if he did go to Atlanta, then why did he end up in Altoona, Pennsylvania? With everything he had on him that would bring him to that murder. Maybe he did really have that shit planted on him. I wouldn't put it past his government. All right. So from one guy that killed somebody who America is praising, who was a criminal, to another person that killed someone who obviously got off, not guilty for manslaughter, but he was saving people's lives. He killed a fucking 41-time arrestee, a guy who was threatening people, a guy who at one point attempted to kidnap a 7-year-old and take off on her train. This dude was nobody special. He's a guy that even his own father didn't want to own him up until now. This guy was a threat to safety. And he got neutralized a little too well. But they did not do a toxicology report. Did y'all know that? They did no toxicology report on the guy that died. Or did they?
Breaking news. The jury has...
Wait, before y'all motherfuckers say, oh, that's Fox News. Bitch, I showed CNN and ABC News. Go fuck yourself. Just kidding. I gotta be broad, I guess. Learn from both sides.
Reached a unanimous
verdict
in the case of Daniel Penny. He's been found not guilty on the charge of criminally negligent homicide. Now, remember what was at stake here. The jury could not agree on manslaughter. They failed to agree twice. The judge gave them another bite at the apple on this lesser charge. Negligence.
And on the I'm pretty sure going to get into this, but that lesser charge, unanimous. Not a hung.
Negligent. They now say not guilty. What does this mean? Let's first go to reporter C.B. Cotton, who's outside the courthouse, to find out how this has played out. Now, I hear an immediate melee of protesters, C.B.
Hi, Harris. That's right. Protesters are pretty upset. There's a large crowd of them out here next to me. You can hear them rattling the police barricades, saying no justice, no peace. And what they're yelling now follows a series of threats that they hurled earlier as the defense walked in with their client, Daniel Penny, telling the defense team that Daniel Penny can have no peace here in New York if he's found not guilty on this lesser charge, criminally negligent homicide. And from what I can hear right now, they're repeating those threats. They are very angry.
Oh, they're calling to murder him.
Mention there were a couple people here this morning to support Daniel Penny, but the anti-Penny crowd far outweighs them, and they seem pretty upset. We're seeing police officers come out here in droves to try to keep the two groups separated for now. But I'm looking at our notes from the courtroom, and it seems like this is the first time we've seen some real emotion from Daniel Penny. His attorneys told me this morning that this trial has understandably taken a toll on him. He's been spending time with family and friends to try to stay calm. And our courtroom reporter telling me for the first time she sees him visibly smile, now hearing that jurors have decided he is not guilty of criminally negligent homicide.
Aurora PD, or am I thinking something else? Atlanta? I'm curious. I'm assuming you mean Aurora because you are from that part of the country.
Harris, are you with me?
Yes, CB, thank you. Sorry about that, and we've lost our picture for a second there. Appreciate your reporting. We'll come back to you as the news warrants. That is huge, what CB Cotton was just reporting there. That emotion also that she talked about, color inside the courtroom, the first time perhaps that Daniel Penny has had any sort of noticeable reaction. And of course, when a jury finds you not guilty, that is very different than being divided and sending this case again potentially for a retrial. This is significant, not just for Daniel Penny, not just for subway riders who may have been on that jury who found a way through.
If he was deemed not guilty, why they can't have a retrial? The only thing they can do now is go after him civilly.
All of the legal wranglings, it would seem, by what we know as a soft on crime DA who does not hand out the adjudication evenly, we've seen from Alvin Bragg. So this is really important. I want to bring in now Jonathan Turley, Fox News contributor, constitutional law attorney, and George Washington University law professor. Jonathan, before we get into what comes next in all of this, just your initial reaction. This was fairly quick.
It was quick, and it was not entirely expected because this is not obviously how District Attorney Bragg had planned this. The way the case was going was along the sort of design that Bragg had to force a compromise verdict. When the jury deadlocked over the more serious crime, the judge went ahead and allowed them to consider this lesser offense. That is basically what Bragg had hoped, that if he could not get a conviction on the more serious crime, which was unlikely, that they would come back and compromise and convict him on the lesser offense.
Bragg taking another L.
Came with a potential penalty of 4 years. So I think that the most surprised person in that room may be Alvin Bragg, because you have a jury that apparently couldn't agree on the more serious offense. But
exactly,
then they came
Dominic.
back and they said, but we do agree that he's not guilty of the lesser offense. So it's not exactly how this was supposed to play out in his view. And you keep in mind that this is a jury that received an Allen charge. And so that's where the court says, go back and try again. It's a favorite charge of prosecutors because jurors often do then produce a compromised verdict, a conviction for the prosecutor.
A judge dismissed. Wouldn't it have to be like a whole nother jury? Because one jury already found him not guilty. It's weirdos, man. Fucking weirdos.
But the point is, what?
We're going to go ahead, go over another portion of the people that were talking about Luigi getting arrested. They already played the portion that I showed you this already. They're going to show a portion that I didn't see. This is from Jon Stewart.
Actually, obviously, it couldn't have been that guy. Today, they did appear to catch that guy today at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. It's true.
Booze.
I'm sorry, guys.
What are you booing? No.
There's some claps.
Yeah,
There's
three
some
people clapped and a lot of people booed.
Zoom in to see he apologized. Jon Stewart apologized to his audience once they started booing after he says Luigi Mangione was captured. It's a murderer. Do not apologize. What's going on?
You know what my thing is about? When people reveal who they are, believe them. That's the type of hate that's disgusting. I still can't believe she kept talking. Like, stop, jump ship.
Have you done something with her or no? Like,
I've never done. I might. I think I was supposed to be on that, but I wasn't in town.
She meant what she said the first time.
Yes, she did.
She meant what she said.
She means it. So
and she backpedaled off it.
Believe
she
her.
meant what she said.
Yeah, I think it's great that her platform up until yesterday was Vox. Because she's been fired. Yeah? Wow. I don't know when she was fired from Washington Post, but it's weird that she would no longer be there because she's a huge liberal, anti-capitalist, which is weird because she's a journalist. And she does all this shit and speaking for fees. But shouldn't you be doing them for free to push your agenda? Maybe I grew up differently. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So this I saw the other day. And it's about the weather that's currently going on in the United States. From the East Coast to about 2,000 miles worth of country. And so far, it's proven to be right.
Kick it off in the Northeast. We've got rain on the way, maybe icy conditions for some. Either way, it's going to be a messy start to the work week. It is going to help bring much needed relief to the drought we've been dealing with.
We need it.
We need it.
We'll take it.
But it's coming at a little bit of a cost. So we have a dangerous combination of heavy rain, warmer temperatures, and some snow belts, and that could be a recipe for flooding in the Northeast, especially interior
And it's weird that this showed up
portions where we
yesterday
have quite
because a couple days ago is the 1-year anniversary that our town got fucking taken out by a tornado.
a bit of rain. A wet start to the day across Pennsylvania from Ebensburg. You're right. Now I'm thinking Ebensburg. No, I think it's Ebensburg.
Might as well just look.
I'm going to go with Ebensburg into Bedford, Pennsylvania, and then into New York City. New York City just with the clouds. But I believe Edinburgh is further west than Bedford. If you're following the track of the rain, it has been moving west to east across Pittsburgh into State College, and eventually we'll see rain fill in across the...
State College is where that fucking firefighter got caught by Alex. Was it Alex or was it most? I think it was Alex. And apparently they didn't like it when you're using their engine number on the side of their truck, even though that was his station. Yeah, he was the station commander.
I-95 corridor. So if you're in New York City, maybe you're sightseeing, maybe you're going to work, bring the umbrella with you. I packed it with me.
Ebensburg. I just looked it up.
Oh, it's
too.
an eh?
Yeah.
Wow. So
E-H,
never
eh.
follow your gut. Don't follow your intuition, or just don't listen to me.
Let's
say that.
Listen to the rain coming down there, though, or look at the rain, not listen to it.
In Ebensburg.
You
know
what? It's only the third hour, and I gotta get my stuff together.
Yes. Through they drop shit in over these storms, and they help create electromagnetic fields to not only create these things, but to push them in the direction that they want to be. No shit, Yeti. Yeah, that's a good plus. Me, on the other hand, I don't know. I've been dealing with tornadoes since I was a little kid, and then just like hurricanes when I was in Guam, dude, I just sleep through this shit. If I die, I die.
Wait, what did I say it was? Evansburg?
You said Evansburg.
Oh, I was right. Oh, no,
You were right.
Okay, I was right.
You're
Okay.
right.
Ignore everything I said.
That's right.
Listen to
Did
me
I
all
answer
the
your
time.
question, Sam?
And follow your gut, kids.
Now the question is-
Don't not listen to your intuition.
Now the question is, where is Evansburg?
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
a good
getting
question.
rained on, so it's probably in the western 3/4 of the state.
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
It is in central western, a little east of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we were pretty on.
It's a new place to visit.
on.
We've talked about it enough now. Now I really want to see what the town's all about.
I feel like I kind of drive through that region anyway whenever we're cutting across
There you
Pennsylvania.
go. So here we go. We've got 2 different rounds of rain that are coming for the east. The first one is today. It's going to get to the I-95 corridor a little bit later on. I'd say within the next hour or two probably.
Yeah.
And it's going to be kind of a quick hitter. So this is not a particular
like
batch of
violent
rain where we're
storms
worried
in
about
general.
flooding or anything like that. There is actually going to be some wintry weather on the north side of it. Watch out for some freezing rain up in the high terrain. Then we're going to catch a break. And then when this cold front comes through Wednesday, that's going to be the daily.
I just realized only a few of us
I
were
would
on
draw
this
it up
side
for
of the
Air in
country.
place.
At some point as that warm.
My bad,
It's interesting
guys.
to note air mass, and you also
Really
get quite
just
the gradient. And so as you
only
get
showed
that
that,
exiting
our
front,
side.
you get some very potent winds.
Look how sharp this.
You know, when it comes, like I said, since I was a kid, I don't know how close I've come. And I know I've been close enough to hear a tornado, but I had a basement at the time too. So far in Tennessee, they don't have basements. So I pretty much have to go to the lowest level of my house, which my kids and my dogs and cats go to, and my wife. I stay on the bed sleeping. Let's talk about Benjamin Netanyahu. You know, the president of a little place called Israel. Somehow they got him into a courtroom yesterday. And he doesn't seem like he's going to be a happy camper. Unlike you people from Happy Camp, California. Not the same thing.
Charged with
Well, they also have
bribery,
direct
fraud
energy
and
weapons.
breach of trust. Today's Israel's prime minister took the stand in Tel Aviv courtroom, testifying for hours. Benjamin Netanyahu said he was astonished by the injustice of being put on trial and that he was being hounded because...
But yes, Sam. It's more than that. And that's kind of how the fire started in Hawaii. It's how the fire started in Europe. And if you guys don't know, there was a spike in radiation on the West Coast, specifically in the San Diego area, up and down that coast. And it's next to a submarine base that houses both new and old. Now, did we take out a sub? Or did one of our subs just, go off? And little did I know, I did a little more research. That same area, they tested the kelp for radiation from Fukushima, however the fuck you pronounce it. And I was talking to my buddy about it last night because he's the one that brought it up. And I was like, dude, I just saw on the news that they're in a red flag warning for fire. I was like, dude, there's going to be a fire. With that radiation spike, there's going to be a fire. And guess what? I woke up, there's a wildfire in Malibu. Signs are always there. You just got to pay attention to them. And the radiation levels were way above normal.
Because of his security policies. The corruption trial is the culmination of 3 separate investigations. And if Mr. Netanyahu is convicted and it's upheld on appeal, he will have to resign. CNN's Jeremy Diamond is at the courthouse for us. Jeremy, good to see you. We know there were no cameras allowed in the courthouse. Give us a sense of what you're hearing.
Yeah, no cameras allowed during the Prime Minister's testimony, but we did see images of Was, first of all, a historic moment. The first time that a
Did you guys see a blip? And you did. That's fucking weird. We'll wait for it to come back on. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck just happened. And we're back.
a sitting Israeli prime minister has testified in his defense in a criminal trial.
Child.
And what also followed was
Child? That movie was on TV the other day.
Series of diatribes by the Israeli prime minister against the media, against former President Obama, talking about foreign policy, talking about a range of issues, and ultimately kind of circling around to the notion that he views the charges that are being leveled against him effectively as baseless allegations. Now, what are those allegations? Because it is important to talk about that. There are three key charges that he is facing: bribery, breach of trust, and fraud. The most serious of the cases is case 4000, which involves an accusation of bribery, alleging that he provided or that he offered regulatory benefits to a wealthy media mogul in exchange for more favorable media coverage. Now, the prime minister is also accused of receiving lavish gifts, hundreds of thousands of dollars of cigars, champagne, and jewelry. All of these allegations he denies, and he denies.
And this is the same country whose prime minister were like, sure, here's a check from the United States Treasury. I'm going to sign it, and in good faith, I'm going to give it to you, and I think you'll put in the right amount that's not way too much, okay? And if it is over, it's okay. We'll just borrow the money from China.
Denied them in court today. This is also an extraordinary moment, of course, also because this is happening during wartime. The Israeli prime minister will be testifying not just today, but over the course of the next several weeks, as much as 3 times a week, 6 hours per day, as he still goes on to carry the duties of prime minister.
I was thinking the same thing,
this is a trial, we should note, that has hung over the prime minister, really hung over.
When I was in Iraq, Cubans were legal.
Over this country in many ways for more than 4 years. We don't expect a verdict to be reached anytime immediately, but once it is, if indeed he is convicted, he could face up to several years in prison, and he would also have to resign as prime minister.
Good. Good.
Yeah, Jeremy, and of course Benjamin Netanyahu has a lot of fronts that he needs to be dealing with as well. In the meantime, we're seeing more evidence of many Israeli airstrikes inside Syria. What more do we know? I mean, what we're hearing is military targets, chemical weapons targets.
God fell to terrorists, to rebels. So that means Assad's gone. What are you guys fighting for? Israel just wants war.
We know that the IDF has moved within the buffer zone by the Golan Heights. Give us a sense of what's going on.
Yeah, the Israeli military.
I think Israel's the one that had a tentative strike treaty with Hezbollah, and then Hezbollah's like, wait a second, they broke their treaty. Oh, they did, didn't they?
Has been carrying out extensive strikes inside of Syria, targeting specifically Syrian military capabilities, taking advantage of the power vacuum, effectively, that has emerged in the downfall of the regime of Bashar al-Assad. We know that they have been going after chemical weapon stockpiles. They have been going after various types of missiles in the Syrian military's arsenal. There were reports today of a naval base being hit, as well as images of helicopters that were destroyed, purportedly in an Israeli military strike. And there's the Israeli government is making clear that they are taking these strikes at a moment of opportunity. And what they are also doing is that they have sent Israeli troops into Syrian territory, into that buffer zone that has seen neither Israeli nor Syrian troops occupy positions there for more than 50 years now. And they are actually going beyond that buffer zone as well. The Israeli defense minister said that they had
This
captured
Jew on Muslim hate
several
has to
strategic
stop.
points outside of that buffer zone in Syrian territory. They say it's designed to protect Israel at this moment of vulnerability from a security perspective, of uncertainty in terms of who will actually emerge in governance in Syria and what kind of neighbors they will be
Kind of
to
trench are
Israel.
they building?
But there are reports of Israeli military
okay.
personnel as close as 25 kilometers away from Damascus. The Israeli military has insisted that they are not that close, that they are not marching on Damascus by any means, but merely trying to secure their border. The Israeli foreign minister also said that these were temporary steps designed to shore up the security situation, again, at this moment of instability. But certainly a lot of questions about how much longer Israel is going to be able to carry out.
Assad got overthrown, and the rebel forces took over, and the U.S. is backing them.
These strikes before the kind of international condemnation reaches a higher point, and also the extent to which the new rebels who have taken down Bashar al-Assad and who are preparing to govern Syria, how long will they tolerate this? Obviously, they have their hands full with trying to assemble a government and shore up their position inside of Syria. But there is likely to come a point where they will no longer tolerate these kinds of Israeli strikes on military capabilities that they are very much inheriting.
Right, so Jeremy Diamond, thank you so much for breaking that down for us. Now, the Middle East remains very...
Oh, yeah, that's probably some of the things they don't want to show you in the mainstream media, even though this is CNN, because of what else is going on in the world. I always tell people, man, if they ever have something like what's going on right now with the Penny and Luigi, it's always covering up for something. Always. It's smoke and mirrors. And it's things like this. But anyway, it has been 58 minutes. I'm 8 minutes overdue for a break, so I shall leave you with a music break, and I shall see you in a little bit.
Hey, I wish you stop and do what's right, you such a crybaby. Yeah, it's just the constitutional rights getting violated. That's just a piece of paper, our lives are more important. That piece of paper represents the lives that died for it. You wanna talk about that, 1 million worldwide, but you selfish, you wanna make this all about your rise. You ride 1 million worldwide, that's why I ain't gon' panic. That's 1% or 1%, I think I'll take my chances. Not with my life you won't, miss me with life's value while you agree with abortion, saying they should be allowed to. That's totally different. Wow, that's pretty damn convenient. Guess life has sanctity now unless it's inconvenient. Why they keep calling it quarantine? We ain't even sick. Let's keep it real, this muscle law that we agreeing with.
Mossad? No, Assad. The leader of Syria. Well, former leader.
It's a Trojan horse. If we don't go to war for our rights, and I can assure you they'll just keep taking more. Sure. You act like Nazi Germany never happened, and they ain't tracking every single action. Oh well, welcome to the new normal. Comply, I'm a snitch, but you look past broken glass and throwing piles of bricks. It's just 6 feet apart, just social distancing. Just seeing who is smart, who gets into conditioning. It's just safer at home, just invading our homes. It's just a couple weeks, that's what they said 8 months ago. Gotta flatten the curve, any doctors and nurses that disagree, hurry quickly, we gotta ban it worse. Such a jerk, can't you see these hospitals are overrun? No, but since there's so many of them, why don't you show me one? It's for the greater good, I'm the bad guy, right? Tell me what good clothes and businesses does for families' lives. Call me a granny killer, I'm just using the backbone that my grandpa gave me to fight to make sure this land is still here. When I become a grandpa, so quit saying I'm careless. Quit trying to shame me, I promise you I won't feel embarrassed. Promise you I don't care if I gotta die from this. You think this is a song, you dead wrong, I put my life in this. I stand with we the people, cause we can see the evil. Hey politicians, listen up, you need us, we don't need you. Freedom means I am free to live as my God intended. New chains of slavery, a mask, but I will not accept it. It's just a mask. Why is that so hard? Is that too much to ask? And you say you believe in God? It's pretty funny cause I can't see it. You making me lose faith in him and humanity. You such a drama queen saying you can't breathe. So what's your plan B? Take it off and then you really can't breathe. Not to mention all the people that you put in danger. I thought your precious savior told you should love your neighbor. Guess you never understand, huh? Think you taking stands, huh? Conspiracy theories, nobody take you serious. It's kind of sad, bro. I used to love your
Wait,
music.
conspiracy theory? No one's gonna take me serious? Good. Okay, that was the end of the news segments, and the rest should be, body cam and retarded people. Bro, I was watching one of my saw a live stream yesterday. Bro, Brick Lady showed up, and bitch fucking lost it. We're gonna go over that. But I was like, wait, because I finally caught Anton live, and I was like, this is nuts. What a perfect time for me to fucking catch it live. And we're gonna go through that later on today. But I wonder how many underground tunnels we have in this country, especially ones that are 750. Wrong. One in Kansas, specifically, that holds 750 million American Indian records. That's a lot.
Home to one of several underground facilities used within the state of Kansas for business and storage purposes. To access the American Indian Records Repository, you drive into a hill.
Our job function here is to receive and store the Native American records from across the United States, all the federal records, and then also some of the tribal trust records we have here that we store.
Stole?
Back in the 70s, these were some old limestone mines, and they mined them, but they mined them in a way that they could be able to use them for storage or...
Oh. Mined for a specific reason, and it looks like you can have a whole civilization under there. And it's limestone.
For office space. Through the years of the litigation, and even today, there was a need to be able to centrally locate all of the Indian fiduciary trust records to be able to support the research efforts for the litigation. And our records were spread throughout the nation in the FRCs, where the local offices would retire their records to the nearest FRC near them. So it was decided by the Office of the Secretary to build this facility in a central location and be able to have one location for all of the Indian.
I kind of want to go look through those. I bet you there's some fucked up secrets that the United States doesn't want you to know.
Fiduciary trust records to be located. And so in 2003, NARA and the Department of Interior met and came up with the idea to build this facility here underground alongside with the other NARA storage centers where they store other records. NARA is National Archives Records Administration, and the FRC, I'm sorry, the acronyms,
No problem.
is a Federal Records Center.
The litigation TAP references is Cobell v. Salazar, one of the largest class action lawsuits in American Indian history regarding the mismanagement of thousands of individual Indian money accounts. The facility is generally closed to the public, but individuals can gain access by going through the...
A lot of how do I say this in a way that maybe you probably, I'm pretty sure you'll understand. Pre-1850, they believed a lot in limestone. A lot of the buildings were made with limestone, which, in a way, that's probably why the world's fairs were tore down so easily. But at the same time, you still have some of those buildings that are still there as museums.
Proper channels.
So there's something about it.
I know you don't allow a lot of crowds in here, but if how
And
can
it
a person
holds
get a tour of this
energy.
facility?
What they would need to do is contact the director of the Office of Trust Records and give the names of the individuals and the dates in which they would like to come here for a tour. And then the director would decide whether or not to grant authorization. Once she grants authorization, she lets me know so that I can inform our guard, and then the guard actually would allow them to come in, but they would be escorted for a tour.
Well, that's bullshit.
First thing we do is we show them a video of how to properly handle our records. And then also they sign a research agreement. And that agreement is basically listing out the procedures that they need to follow. Some of also near the records, when they're around the records, there's no drinks. There is no tobacco of any type. There is no chewing gum, no hand lotion. So there's nothing around the records that could harm them. No pens, no highlighters, no markers can be allowed. We store here the records from the Bureau of Indian Education and their functions. The Office of Special Trustee, of course, for American Indians. Also, we have Indian Education records, Office of Judicial Services records, which are law enforcement.
Yo, they might have all the records for the Native Americans they killed at the residential schools. Or I can't remember what they were called here. Bro. Now I want to go look. I don't know why I'm yelling.
Enforcement that are out on the Indian reservations, and we also store here records for the secretary, the assistant secretary for Indian Affairs, and also the trust-related records for our solicitors' offices. Those types of records could be financial, of course, education, high school transcripts, marriage certificates, death certificates, all the types of personal information of people who have been enrolled. This is just an old ledger that records some of the older transactions and investments made, but you can see how brittle it is.
This is why I want to go down there for damn
its
sure.
age. So these looks like these are investments. The records here are maintained in archival standards, and the temperature is at 60 degrees.
60
the humidity is controlled to protect them. Also, the air is filtered several times a day. You know, we are underground, so we're safe away from any type of natural disaster or tornado won't affect us down here. If someone wanted to get a copy of maybe their great-grandmother's marriage license or some death certificate or something to try to trace back their history, what they would do is they would go to their nearest Bureau of Indian Affairs office and do a research request. And that would be sent to us, and I have a staff here that actually does research, and we would do the research, see if we could find the information, and then we would release that information back to the BIA. We only release information back to the owners of the records. We don't release it to the public.
I kind of wonder how much of is this a nonprofit or is this government funded? I'm assuming it's government funded, because if it was nonprofit, they would let you go in there.
If someone wanted to, someone wanted to do that without going through the BIA, then they would have to send us a Freedom of Information request.
Depending on the employee's workload, responses to requests usually happen within 48 hours, but no more than 5 days after they are received.
This area here is the space where the boxes are actually, the information is being taken out of the box, off of the files, and actually entered into a database so that in the future we would be able to retrieve, for research purposes, we would be able to know where to go to look for the documents that are being requested. All of our boxes, when they get here, have a barcode put on them and are scanned to a physical location so that at any given time we know where a box resides. So I always tell the staff our rule is within 5 minutes we locate a box. This is the dock, and this is where all the boxes are actually received from the field. And also this is where the boxes, well, when they come in from the field, they come in here and they're put on these stacks over here, is what we call the stacks, to be weighted, to be indexed. We did have, about a couple months ago, a couple of tribal guys come in and do some research. And they were surprised that there's not more tribes that actually come in for research. It's a facility to be able to preserve the history. You know, I heard one person say before, we're building a legacy. We have the records here that have shown, they show for future generations they will be here.
What if the records that you're allowed to see are the ones that were already scrubbed? And the records they don't want you to see is probably further into that facility.
To show the workings of the federal government as far as what was being done for Native Americans. We preserve the past and educate the future.
Oh, Department of the Interior. Okay. Thought that'd be interesting because I had no idea there was a giant fucking place that held 750 million records on Native Americans. I wonder if there's more. And why is it in a secured underground facility? I mean, my records probably aren't because they're in Indianapolis somewhere in a giant warehouse. But anyway. Now, I was looking up some body cam footage, and this body cam specifically I wanted to show because who it may or may not have involved. It was a drunk driver. This drunk driver almost hit a vehicle, right? The thing is, wait till you find out who it was. Not the driver.
Identifying the driver as 55-year-old Wayne Wacker, who appeared to be heavily intoxicated.
All right, let's get one of those blockers up there.
5-4, give us updates in that wrong way if you can on channel 1. Keep the air clear.
They currently have a vehicle stop. We're trying to get confirmation on where it's stopped.
10-4, in the area.
Do you know where that wrong way driver stopped at? We're stopped at 16th Street.
This dude is
Upon making contact, an open Miller Lite beer can was clearly visible in the center console.
Is he? I think he's got him. He's the Queen's got him.
Hey. Oh, you just touch your boobs, bro?
You got his ID and everything?
I didn't get anything yet.
Hey, you got your ID on you, sir?
What?
You got your ID on you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need that. Is it in here? Your ID's in here? I don't think so.
No. Right.
I don't know. My ID's always in my wallet.
Where are you coming from tonight, my boss?
Me or on my dash.
You don't know? Clearly too little too much to drink, even with your Miller Lite here, huh?
Doesn't matter.
It sure does. Still having trouble finding your ID, huh? Can't find it? Why do you keep pointing at that? I didn't need your ID. I don't care what's in there. You let the pilot car know it's going to be an R1. Oh, no, still not it.
20 to dispatch, I'm going to go back to the pilot and 12.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Copy that.
Good.
He's looking for his ID. It's taking him about 10 minutes to find it.
I got you. It's not next to that open beer right there? That's fine, man. Just go ahead and step on out.
Yeah, you can hop on. We were keeping him in there, but you can hop on out now.
You got
Hop
enough
on
cars to
out of the car.
block traffic.
Hop out of the car. We'll talk with my partner.
No, let's get him out first. Let's get him out. That's fine. So unbuckle your seatbelt, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We're going to go back this way, okay?
Yeah.
Just going to keep a hand on you, man. You're kind of unsteady on your feet, okay? We're going to walk this way, all right?
Yeah.
Right here. Where you coming from, man? Huh?
Down south.
Down south?
Okay.
You know you could have killed somebody, right? Going the wrong way in traffic, man. A very busy highway here. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. How much have you had to drink today?
Couple of beers.
Couple beers? How long ago?
For this wrong way, I have to start a new car over
there. Tonight?
Okay.
Okay. What's your name, man?
Wayne.
Wayne? Wayne what?
Whacker.
Whacker. All right, man. So what's going to happen now is we're going to put you through a series of field
I bet you hated life as a kid.
sobriety tests to make sure that you're okay to drive, okay? Is that something you'd be willing to do?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. All right, so some other people want to come talk to you, and then we're going to get that process started, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
You got a PPT? Okay, I'll go and start it to make sure we get one.
Okay. All right, Wayne, how about you lean against this wall right here for me, okay?
All right.
There you go.
He'll have one. We'll need your, we'll need your PPT.
240. Anybody give you a plate yet?
No.
No.
What's his name up?
Wayne, what's a good telephone number for you?
Due to the nature of the incident, U.S. Secret Service agents responded to the traffic stop
Sorry,
to
what?
speak with Wayne.
So like I said, man, some people want to come talk to you, okay? And then we're going to go through the other process, what's going to happen next, okay?
Did they say Secret Service? Wait a minute.
Yeah. So I'm going to want you to perform some field sobriety tests for me to make sure you're okay to drive, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's going to be them right here.
All right, cool.
841 dispatch.
Guys want to hop to a wall? Guys want to hop over? Want to bring him over here? So it's him right there. That's the driver right there. He's tanked. He had open intox in the car. He's tanked. So. You give these guys his info? He'll have his info right here.
Wade, do you remember where you got on the freeway at?
Yeah, right down the road.
Right here?
Close.
Okay. Where were you? Like, where were you headed from?
What?
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Where were you coming from?
Down south?
Print it out. I'm just going to make sure. He's going to print it out for you. He's going to give you a printout with all his information.
Okay. Down a gay bar down in.
Just to tell you why he was... Obviously, he was pulled over for driving on the wrong side of the road. While he was driving on that wrong side of the road, Kamala Harris's convoy was leaving from Milwaukee after her fundraiser or rally, whatever you want to call it, and he almost ran into them, which is why I'm curious why he wasn't stopped immediately, tire shot out, something.
Bar downtown or like where?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta climb it.
Well, if you take 25th, exit,
You can
Dude, your
spin
Secret
left,
Service.
and you can hop right back on.
You can
Hop
get right
the
back
fucking
on.
wall.
Sounds good. Hey, somebody else was making a violator stop right when this was going on, right?
This fucking Montalongo,
That's
dude.
why I said
Dude, that's like the third one they did, dude. I'm like, come on, bro. Especially when they're moving, like, bro, come on. Especially like some shit like this happens.
This is the reason why.
Reason why what?
right, Secret Service all good?
They're coming back. They were there to talk to him first.
Oh, okay. All right, I was going to get these fields going.
No, yeah, just wait. They're going to swing around at 25th.
Yeah, I'll take it, bro. It's my zone. Was it in the center council, or where was it at?
Pretty good non-belligerent zone.
It's there? Okay.
Yeah. Just wanted to show that first portion. Fuck the Secret Service because, well, they don't do their job when they need to. But it's always good to see drunk drivers getting caught. It really is, because maybe I may have known a lot of people killed drunk driver. Hell, one of my high school classmates was hit by a drunk driver 1 month after we graduated. I was in basic. I didn't find out till September. But, at that point, it was too late. Not like I could have mourned and gone to the funeral. So we're going to meet this guy. This guy, I can't remember his name. I don't think they ever gave it. But police officer tried to pull him over. And he was like, you know what? I'm afraid. I'm not going to stop. Ends up at a stoplight. Officer tells him to get out of the car at gunpoint. The man doesn't listen. He tries to bust his window and fails miserably. And then they end up, they stop chasing the guy. But wait where the guy ended up, because he was afraid.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video takes us to Michigan, where we find a Sovtard who was pulled over the previous day, got his car towed. Now he's going to the police station to find out where it's at, but he ends up getting pulled over in the process and pulling the same Sovtard shenanigans that got his vehicle towed the previous day. And well, it doesn't exactly work out for him in this occasion, considering he gets arrested and his wife's van gets towed as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this freaking S show on the road, shall we?
All right, attempting to stop it will be northbound Levan at Industrial. Pull over into this next lot on your right.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've hung out some vehicles drunk as fuck. Our driver, obviously, he was always sober. We had to take turns, because if we got fucking caught for drunk driving with the shit we were doing, our careers would have been over. Oh, good. He's pulling over.
Pull over into this next driveway on your right. This is not a request. Pull over now.
I can't pull over. Oh, wait.
Radio, we are still moving northbound. He is refusing to pull over into a driveway.
Definitely refusing to pull over.
Those lights being stopped,
All right, we will now be eastbound Schoolcraft from Levan. Speeds are 35. He is getting on the ditch for 96 eastbound.
No, people are literally getting out of the way. Oh, stoplight. Whew.
Hey! You! Get out of my car! Stop! Right now! Stop!
My dream. Bro, he's
Stop the car!
breaking windows.
Stop the car right now! Stop! Stop the car!
Dude, just
Stop!
drop the baton.
Stop right now! Stop! Stop
Wait.
the car! Hey!
Oh, good, another cop car.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Well, congratulations, you dumbass soft-tard. You might as well go ahead and add fleeing and eluding to your list of charges that are continuously growing at this point. Yeah, very good, very good. Let's keep it up. Let's see how many other charges you can get.
Wait, you put your seatbelt on? Good cop.
Permanent.
Oh, they stopped chasing him. Wait. Who is this guy?
This officer over here. Sir, this is the officer that just tried to bust my windows out.
So this is the guy that they were chasing. The guy was afraid of the cops. So guess where he went? The police station.
My infant's in the back seat. Gotcha. As I told him, I was trying to. So can you do it? I'm asking for another officer or a sergeant.
Wait.
Have you lost your mind?
Sir, I've told you that I was trying to safely make it to the police department.
Yeah, no. You do not get to dictate where you stop. You do not get to dictate where you stop.
If I don't feel safe, sir, I do.
When they were passing out brains, did you hear the word trains and step out of the way? Because you don't seem to have any of that kind of thing right now. Because when a police officer comes to pull you over, you generally don't run away and flee to the police department. I mean, two bad ideas right
I would tell my daughters, if it's dark, you see a police car pull up behind you with those lights flash, put on your four-ways, slowly drive to a gas station, while at the same time dial the fucking police and ensure there's somebody behind you. They don't mind. I promise you. They have a Blue Force tracker.
there. You're fleeing from the police to meet the police at the police department who are going to arrest you anyway for fleeing from the police to begin with. I mean, that's just totally brainless right there.
Unbelievable.
Over here, right over here, right over here. Oh my God, can I go inside the police department?
Okay, I will.
I have a phone in the back.
Yeah, great. Yeah, what address?
The man having me.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, right here.
Okay, let's take care of it.
Wait.
I mean, you guys got enough over here. I did what I was supposed to do. I told you not to be feel safe. What? You got a phone card now. You guys are absolutely fine. You're supposed to pull over. I did pull over. You guys were not there. I did pull over.
You're a phone or a fucking iPad.
I was putting it to the police department. And that doesn't matter.
Let me hold that 20. What's in that bag?
And that's how a lot of you
Take a step back, bud. And then separate your feet. Separate your feet.
You guys will be able to find out. I don't have any weapons on me. You guys are taking all this
Actually, it's not violating.
And he wears Crocs and socks.
I wanted to come to I just said you keep saying that, but you weren't there. And didn't I just wave to you and let you know that I was coming to the police department? We're here because that officer has an ego. What are you guys?
What officer?
You're under arrest.
Oh, you guys are. I just got out of here, bro.
Well, you get.
But wait, listen. I asked to speak with your CO. Can I speak to your CO?
You'll talk to him.
Yo.
Talk to him in the jail, bud. Move your foot.
Dude, okay.
He wants to go from straight from sergeant to past lieutenant to CO.
Oh, you don't care though.
I jumped to the land. Here you go, man. Yes, sir.
You got her info and everything.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Kid in the back. I don't have anything to write with that.
Why is the kid in
Let's
the
find
back?
some work on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it from here. Thank you. Hi.
60's up in the front lot.
What was he doing?
Well, we were on our way up here. We were leaving the tow yard. He wants to take his van up in the tow yard, and then he was coming up here. So
Okay. Is there any reason? Did he say any? Like, do we understand how wholly unacceptable that was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get you out of here very shortly, okay? I've got your information. What's a good phone number for you?
Now, keep in mind, this asshole had his vehicle impounded, right? Picked it up from the tow yard. I guess he had some issue that he was heading over to the police station. And then he pulled this shit. Wife and kid in the car. Well, you just fucked your wife and kid.
That was technically a car pursuit. I got to get everybody's information. Is it just little guy in the car?
Yeah.
Gotcha. What is his first name? Live with you? Is that your child?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he the father?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that definitely changes things a little bit more. Child endangerment right there. Boy, you are not exactly the smartest person out there. A father is supposed to protect their children, not put them in danger by going on a pursuit like this, you dillhole. You, sir, are a failure as a father and as a general human being.
Hey, Sarge. What's up? So, he was driving, but the car is hers. She's got a kid in it, so I was going to get her out of here.
She can't take this car. It was used in a crime.
Oops.
You're gonna have to call for a ride, ma'am. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have fled from the police.
Oopsie.
Here's what it is, ma'am. So they can come on into the station. They can call for a ride.
Okay. So, gather whatever you need out of the car. You can wait in our front.
Husband and father of the year. It's always good. The bad guy gets caught, but at the same time, you just fucked him. Because you know what? Even if they do, and you get bonded out of jail, right? How you going to get home? She can't come pick you up. You going to call an Uber? You going to call a taxi? Or are you going to use LPCs? Wait, that shows my age. But anyway, we know where you're at, Hump. What happens when you've got a bunch of kids in a store who think that, I don't have to do what you tell me, you're just the police? And you know what? You're Walmart employees. You can't fucking tell me what to do either. Even though I reversed that.
What is y'all doing?
What you saying?
Okay, but they done saw y'all breaking stuff. Sir, get up.
Hey, wake him up. Wake him up.
Sir.
My nigga ain't did nothing. He been sitting there the whole time.
Sweetheart, if you ain't do nothing, be quiet.
Dang.
Y'all was breaking stuff. Y'all done broke wine bottles. It's on camera. They done shot y'all breaking stuff. Where
Now
y'all
keep in mind, these kids are black and white, so I didn't specifically pick out, black youths getting in trouble. They just happen to show up that way. I mean,
why y'all not home or no park or something? This is not the spot. Kroger do not allow this. Y'all not supposed to be. Look, he already messing up the furniture.
That man's slow. It ain't hard to fix. Come on, y'all. We finna leave.
What you say?
still trying to figure out why the other white
Y'all
boy
come
has
here.
a balloon in his mouth the whole time.
Don't make this harder than what it has to be because y'all old enough to go. So sit down and listen to what we gotta say.
This officer talking to y'all,
Uh-oh.
and stop moving. You understand me?
Uh-oh.
I'm
Should
gonna play
listen
with
to
you
her.
because I know you already been kicked out of the mall today.
Bro. Police Academy, the little black woman. It's right there in real life.
Okay, time to leave. Get up, man. Time to go.
I heard you.
Let's go. That way. Out. Out. Outside. I don't care if you wait outside. You leave. Okay?
Not too much of my sister though.
Let's go.
Tie my shoe.
I don't worry about it. I'm not worried about your shoe. You can tie that outside. Let's go.
My cousin either.
Go. Go. Go.
You work at MRZ. You ain't working nowhere. You ain't working
Come on.
nowhere.
Let's go.
You ain't working nowhere.
Let's go. Time to
You
go.
ain't working nowhere.
Are you his parent?
I'm not his parent.
All right, then let's go.
Relax. I'm taking him out of here.
Let's go. I'm going to put you in handcuffs in a minute. Do you understand that?
You ain't gonna do shit.
Excuse me? He's going to listen or he's going to go in handcuffs. Now let's go.
I'm not even doing that, little bro. I'm finna walk up.
Dude, he told you.
It's not working.
There, hooks.
Send me a couple more
Thank you,
units.
Yeti.
Got 6 juveniles that are being disorderly.
Come here. Come here, sweetie.
So you got
Sweetie.
a tiny little
Come here.
cop, and
What's
then
your
you got
name?
an old fat girl.
Listen here, sweetie.
Maury?
That's not me. That's what harder than what it has to be.
Ma'am, I've been sitting on the couch
I
the whole
understand,
time.
but y'all together, I'm getting everybody's name. Everybody else cooperating, you cooperate as well. What's your name? My name's Caleb.
Outside. I don't care who you're waiting on. Outside.
46 now.
Just trying to get them outside. They're not wanting to go and one's wanting to struggle.
This isn't a Walmart.
I'm trying to get my
No. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm trying to get my ball.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Now. Put your hands behind your back.
Somebody get this.
No, you're not listening to me.
Help me, what is wrong with you?
I gave you orders.
I don't give up. What the f***?
You've got some grips? Never mind.
Fuck wrong with you?
Four Delta 2, send me a unit 1018. One's wanting to fight with me.
Yo, you can run now. Oh shit, he got tackled. Yeah, he got tackled.
Go down.
No, you're doing that.
Get off of me or you're going to cuff too.
Get down.
Hey, y'all, bud. Got me up. Nah,
And then you got the other guy trying to get in there.
Let go. You be checking on the ground. Okay, look at here. Here. Look at I'm trying to get.
First time putting handcuffs on there, bud?
It's not meant to be gentle.
Yeah, my first time putting handcuffs. Those things are fucking tight.
Get the off me. Oh, my brother. Man, what the stop. Stand up. Look, I can't. Stand up.
Dude, where'd your shoes go?
Watch out. He ain't going right out. Handcuffs on, man. Let's go. Let go. Come here. Let go. Well, you man, get your goddamn hands off. Hey.
Hey, chill out.
Watch out, let me get my phone. Come here. Hey, let's go. Man, get the f*** off me, cop. I don't even move like that.
But remember, guys, it's they're only, the police are racist. The police are only going after, young black men who are grown up to be doctors, who are 42 years old, dancing on a fucking subway train off meth, asking people to, saying you don't care if you die. But yeah. Did anybody tell me about the fucking balloon thing? Is that like he just never got out of the pacifier phase?
No idea. You in your phone? We ain't shopping anymore. So you can turn around and leave the store right there. Phone! Shit! Hey, where's your phone then? I'm going to get it. Where is it? We can help you find it. Look, bro, I'm not getting in that car. Look, bro, can y'all please call y'all sergeant? Look, bro, no.
I am the sergeant.
Okay, look, sergeant, smart one. Look, bro, no, can y'all talk to me first? God damn. If you want to go.
Damn, dude, if they only talked to the kid first, this could have been avoided.
Handcuffs, keep it up, or back off. Back off. Back off. Get in the car. You either get in or I'm throwing you in. You got 1 minute.
Can you throw him in the car? I don't think you can.
Look at these handcuffs. Move your legs.
Get all the way in.
These handcuffs, man. Can you please?
We'll adjust them once you're in. Get in.
Okay, you cannot.
Get in.
You cannot push me.
Get in.
I can't. The f***ing buckler's behind me, sir.
The what's in
I was trying to, sir. What the f***? That hurt. My.
We're
merchandise right now.
I don't want this handcuffs.
You should be in handcuffs right now for assaulting my officer back there, okay? I'm giving you a chance to get your phone. If you're not going to get your phone, I'm going to take you outside and handcuff.
Go, come on.
You think I'm doing it?
Come on.
Hell, God, he's tweaking.
Alright. Now let's get out. Come on. You don't need to fix it. Don't fix it.
Respect. I don't mess up.
Let's just go.
Out of respect, dude. Okay, got you.
Go home. Go home.
Good, sir?
Out of breath.
Yo, young blood. That OG was trying to help you out.
Where's the other one?
There's
5 others in there.
Webb and Todd are with him.
They're all out now. Bro, I was leaving.
Huh? He's gonna be all right. There's 100 of us here. There's cameras. Are you going to Taco Bell or not? If not, then sit over there and be quiet.
Run for the
Since you know
border.
the people he was with, will you try to, the ones that are left, try to get their info?
Oh, that's a hell of a ride along to have.
What's your mama number?
She answering the phone.
Give me her number. I'll call her.
Ma'am, you have an ID on you, by chance?
Hey, listen. What's your brother's name? If you don't tell us, he's got to go to the jail. And
No, he don't.
That's how that works.
Damn, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're rolling deep for 4 people.
6.
She's not going to tell us either. They'll just have to fingerprint it.
Come on, man. I mean, so.
Oh, where you going?
Oh, God. I'm going to walk with him.
All the way to the police station?
Where you going?
Stop right there. You're not coming in closer. Stop and walk down there.
You can sit right there.
Say we can go over.
Walk that way.
The officer said we can go.
No, you're not. Walk that way.
Dude, what is up with the fucking balloon? You like shit in
The officer
my
said we can come over here.
64386. Walk.
That officer over there said we can come over. You got pepper spray out like we are threatening. We just standing.
Walk that way.
2 of us, 3 of you.
What the f you mean? Y'all rolling deep. What
that
the hell?
way.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3. What
Walk that way now, or I'm going to put all 3 of you in handcuffs and you can join him in the car. All right? All right, turn around, put your ass in your back.
Don't touch me.
Nope, turn around, put your ass in your
Better
back.
listen to them.
God, like,
Never mind.
Right
They
now,
came
I'm
back.
standing here. You can get out my face. As long as I ain't, whatever the sounds what they said.
And yeah,
Boss man, go ahead and put your lighter down for me.
contrary to popular belief, the parking lot is also private property.
Y'all doing?
Stand up.
If I'm just sitting down playing.
Behind your back.
You're going to be under arrest too.
What the f I do?
Battery on a Leo.
Battery on the wall. I didn't touch nobody.
Yeah, you did.
Actually, you
It's on
did.
his body camera and the
Who?
Kroger
Who I
camera.
touched? Y'all
See, you better just walk away and go home.
sweet dog, but I didn't touch not a damn person.
I ain't even do
I'm not gonna do is step on my phone.
Let him handcuff you. Don't do this.
Man, what the f you mean? I didn't touch no.
Nope.
Bro, that's family, man.
Do you want to get tased? Put your hand behind your back.
Didn't do anything.
How's that malt here?
No, y'all tweet.
Pull it behind you. There's the cuff right here.
Why y'all arresting them?
Obstruction.
Let me go, stop. Y'all got the handcuffs off me. Y'all tweaking, cuz.
Oh, they were just playing Uno, guys.
Tweak, but I'm not doing. I'm sitting here. I ain't hitting nobody. I ain't touching nobody.
Bro, get off me. Bro, quit.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. In the car.
Bro, I can get him. I'm man.
Move your legs.
I'm trying to
Move your legs.
No.
Move your legs.
Man, you just scratched the
Relax.
out my
These
face.
guys are stoned.
Man, let me the go. Man, get these motherfuckers off me, man. Man, no. Let me, bro. Y'all niggas rolling. You know my
Is he crying?
Get your ass off me, man. I'ma get up. Hold, move. Grab my phone, car. Don't touch my. I tweet out, man. Man, let me go, man. Y'all got me up time. Move. Man, I don't give a fuck that.
Huh?
Man,
You're under arrest.
Get in the car.
What do you think was gonna happen, dude?
Take the badges off, car. Hey, y'all.
Now, as parents, we have to remember to discipline our children. It's not the duty of law enforcement. Hey, everyone, I'm John. I appreciate...
Also a fact. It's a shame. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to take a few of these out because I don't think they're useful. What y'all think about that arrest? It went from, hey, y'all leave the store, to 3 of them getting arrested, and little balloon boy, somehow he just skated through. Hey, man, why you all arresting them? Because they're obstructing. And look what white boy do? All right, I'm just gonna sit down. I'm listening, officer, but you're arresting them because they white. I mean, you're arresting them because they're all black. That's his story, and he's gonna stick to it because that's a good narrative to follow. Now, this next one's it's funny, but at the same time, it's kind of not. Because what if this was one of your family members? And I know if it was me, that motherfucker wouldn't have been tased. That motherfucker would have his face in the concrete.
Eighteen's on scene.
Going on there. I lost my internet and I get to listen to some music.
You lost your what?
My internet. I don't got no
Your internet? Okay. Can you quit reaching in your pocket? Okay. Did you accidentally?
I just push the people away. I eat donuts every day, man. Don't worry about it. I eat donuts every day. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, I'm not here because of your music. I'm here because did you just have an interaction with someone who was walking into the library?
No, really. I say
not really.
I say congratulations to that you got kids.
You said congratulations?
Yeah.
Is that all you did?
To the guy with the baby, yeah.
To the guy with the baby, okay.
Yeah,
Dude, why is he doing the Michael Jackson criminal
No,
name?
I'm asking, did you expose yourself?
I did to them out there.
You did to them? Oh, no, come over here.
Exposed myself like what? Like the shirt?
Like, did you show any of your, like...
No.
You flash?
I got nothing.
Huh?
I got nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, he didn't show nothing, right? Look at this. It's a full-on dropped his fucking shorts,
Okay.
and he didn't flash nobody. Look, shorts down to his knees, but he didn't flash nobody. I don't. It's okay because he was listening to music, right?
All right, well, that's what we're here. We're trying to figure out. What's your name, sir?
My info?
Your name?
Joseph.
Joseph what?
Joseph Nelson.
Joseph what?
Nelson.
Nelson?
Yeah.
Okay. Joseph, I'm going to have you talk to my partner
Joseph.
and give him your name and your birthday, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Hey, I don't got nothing.
Quit.
Hell no, man.
Get your hands out of your pocket.
I don't got nothing.
Okay,
Man.
can my partner pat you down? Okay, perfect.
But you can't get that close, though. If I'm dangerous, you're going to get in trouble. Joseph Nelson. Yeah. Hear about that? Yeah.
Hello. Are you guys the ones that called?
Yeah.
Okay. On behalf of who? Okay. Hi. Can you tell me what's going on?
I was walking, and he had his pants down.
Okay.
I was walking home, and I seen that.
Okay, can you explain that to me?
I was walking, and he had his pants down, and I seen his thing down there.
Okay, so you exposed his penis? Okay.
Have you ever been arrested in Douglas County before?
I live here.
Huh?
I live here.
You live here?
Yeah.
But have you ever been arrested in Douglas County?
Yeah, man.
You have been? Okay.
Yeah.
How long ago?
A month ago.
A month ago?
A month ago.
Okay.
Oh, gloves are going on. That's never a good thing.
Where are you living right now?
We're standing behind here. I live behind.
ID on you, no credit cards with your name on it, nothing? Okay, but you've been arrested in Douglas County in the last month?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why, did they know me?
Wait, was it
Well,
coming
I'm
back
just trying
off?
to make sure your identity is who you're telling me it is.
Okay. I'm Joseph Francisco
Oh,
Insua
you're
Nelson, the
just-
champ American man.
Stay here, dude. You're not free to leave yet.
Yeah. It's on you now.
All right.
Dude, detain him.
I'm tired of having you walk around, so
I'm nervous.
Okay, well, pick your...
Oh, he's runner. You got a runner. He doesn't get far, guys. I promise you.
He's running. Get on the
The
ground,
trip.
I'm gonna chase you.
And he ate shit.
Stop moving. Give me your arm.
I'm good.
Taser deployed, he's secure.
Do not tense up your arm.
Oh, those fucking things are in there.
Yep.
Holy shit.
That wakes me up pretty good.
Negative.
Come on, keep it down.
I don't get you, man. I don't get you. Come on. Last time they had to pay me 5 times.
Gloves. Do you have that on gloves?
Yeah, where's your gloves at?
What's today? Wednesday? Oh, we got fucking... I just on gigs tomorrow.
Heck his shoes.
Madre que me vayan payasos, tío. Vayan payasos, tío.
It looks like he has AIDS.
Quita el taser de ahí, ¿no?
Taser was deployed, can you just have...
Hey, quita el taser de ahí, tío, que me está quemando. It's burning me. Get it out, oh.
Hold on. Hang on.
Oh, you can't, you.
I'm gonna grab the tool to get it out.
Let's go.
Oh, I wanted to see you pull them out.
Alright, we're rolling along, everyone.
How many? 2 of them?
Yep, 2.
Last time was 5, man. I'm good. I'm getting figures of it. What? Oh, they took my music, though. If it was fucking Drake or fucking Snoop Dogg, you recorded, huh?
Oh, he's taking a picture.
That's gonna be good, Yeah, you're about to, My butt?
Yep.
Have you been jerking me up?
Not worried about the rest of that. That was the great part. Motherfucker thought it's cool to fucking drop his shorts and wave his little ding-a-ling around. And the cop was like, you know what, dude, stop moving. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna run. Just gonna run, guys. And then, fuck. Somebody needs to learn how to run, or, one foot in front of the other. And then he's like, let me get back up. I got it. I'm good this. And then, you're not good. Fucking weirdos. Telling you, looks like he definitely had AIDS. Now, this one, it's a little weird. When I saw this...
In this episode of Cop Cam...
I don't know. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to let you guys find out and be like, what in the fuck just going on? I definitely thought this was a teenage boy. Fuck. I just gave it away, didn't I?
Max. Police respond to a call from Walmart about a male patron, possibly a minor, behaving aggressively and refusing to leave despite management's requests. In a separate incident, while in the Walmart
yeah.
the officers spot a
Oh, yeah, this is a twofer, guys. This is another reason I picked it, because it's a twofer.
Being driven by an unlicensed 15-year-old girl. After securing the driver's license of the girl's mother, the officers enter the store to deal with the disruptive customer.
What time are we taking to jail? It's up to you. Now, what do you want to do?
Okay,
exactly.
Getting aggressive.
Are you going to leave or not?
He the wrong one. He the wrong one.
Oh.
He the wrong one.
I didn't even do it. Why are you arresting me right now?
Because we're trying to talk to you multiple times when you leave. Trespass after doing this. Run arrest. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I need my license.
Yes. Okay,
These are two different criminals right here. The black kid and this, I guess, Asian or Hispanic, not related. But let's just say it gets interesting from here.
Okay, just 1 minute, man. Just one something, right? You committed
Because Black Lives Matter.
What crime did I commit and why am I being detained?
On the jacket.
Huh? How old are you?
That's not your business. Walk away.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay, man, you're gonna be next for obstruction. Now go. You're gonna be
What does
next.
it matter how old he is?
Walk away. Walk away.
You go.
Are you a lawyer?
You cannot drive. Keep walking. Come this way.
Excuse me, I'm trying to talk to you.
That's not just talking.
It's fine.
Why am I being detained though?
You're being arrested.
For what?
Trespass after warning. Congratulations. Put him in my car. I can't.
No, look, you have to understand.
No, there's no crime.
I have
If she
two
hits,
surgeries and I'm in pain.
then she needs to get a
and I'm trying
permit.
to go to the hospital.
And she needs to get a
Can you
permit.
take me to the hospital?
I can get you a rescue to that hospital.
No ambulance. I don't need an ambulance. I just need to get there.
No, I can't take you. I'm about to take you to jail. Listen.
You took my license.
Yes, because I have to give you a citation.
Okay, then give me the citation.
She's getting a ticket.
Nobody said
Okay.
you did anything. You weren't listening.
Nah, you can't tell me.
I can't do. Yes, I will, and I can and I will.
Stop.
I'm gonna
Stop.
sue ya. I'm
Sue?
suing.
What you gonna do? Listen.
Why are you?
Come here. Come here. Come
Hey,
here.
he's talking to you.
Ma'am, you're gonna be next.
Why are you asking how old he is?
Come here. Get over here. It don't matter. It's been a crime. All right. Listen.
How am I committing a crime by walking into a Walmart? Acting like I hurt anybody? Did I put my hands? Did I curse anybody out?
How many times did we ask you to leave though?
Who is we?
He asked you.
He didn't ask me to leave. He asked me to put the court thing up.
No, we asked you to leave.
You're not listening.
I am. You are the
Turn
one
around.
that's...
Turn around.
Oh.
Don't sit there and do this to me.
You know what?
Resisting.
I'm not even resisting.
Put your pants up.
Kick me in my ass.
No, he kicked
Yo,
you.
help! Help!
Turn around. No, put him in hobbles.
Nah, man. They
Who else you got out here?
brutal.
You
They
got
just
hobbles?
kicked me in my ass.
Who else you got out here? Short and Thomas. Stop moving. Face the car.
Oh, bro, get over
Citation lady is recording.
You're literally hurting me. Let me hurting you for no reason.
All right, do we need to put him in hobbles or just put him in the back? Just put him in the back.
Y'all can't arrest him. He's a minor.
You're gonna end up fucking our cell phone.
What do they have there? Trespass.
You're trespassing in a fucking Walmart.
All right, we got.
Well, you're not trespassing now.
Now, what's the deal with her? I don't know. She's what is.
Child driving a car. I'm pulling in. Right. The child can't even see.
Okay, so what is she?
No, this child cannot be driven out there like this.
You can go to jail for that. Because your baby's in the back seat with no car seat. He's not buckled in. There's a child that's not supposed to be in the front seat.
On top of that, she couldn't even see over the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Kid in the back seat, no seatbelt. Unlicensed driver.
There's a child that's not
In the
supposed to be in the
driver's
front
seat.
seat.
On top of that, she couldn't even see over the steering wheel.
Yeah.
You put the lights too bright on our face.
It doesn't matter. She's 14
It
years
doesn't
old.
matter.
She doesn't have a
She
license.
cannot-
She's not 14.
But she does she have a permit?
Does she have a license?
Not yet.
Okay,
So
it's
if you
illegal.
want to do this, we can take everybody out of the car, tow your car, and you can figure out how you're going to get home.
If you guys want to do that, it's fine.
We'll do that.
Okay,
Let's do it. Let's do it. Give me your license.
No sign.
Okay. No.
Give me your license.
Hold on.
Give me your license or you're going to jail.
No, you can't take my license.
Give me your license or you're going to jail. License or you're going to jail.
Yeah,
It's
you
simple.
can't
It's
take her
simple.
license because she said so.
Give me your license or you're going to jail.
Dude, he's giving you every opportunity.
Hold on.
No, it's no hold. I'm the police. Give me your license.
Call him because I need Spanish.
You don't need Spanish. You speak Spanish. You speak English fine.
Yeah. What are you trying to take my license for?
Okay,
You're jumping in our investigation. You were obstructing inside when you walked up on us.
Either.
You were. You're not going to tell us how we're going to do our job. We're not going to do this.
Give me your ID right now. You're going to jail.
Yo estoy hablando. Okay.
Don't resist.
Okay.
Don't resist.
No, I'm not resisting.
Don't resist. Just hold down.
He's taking me to jail for praying. He's trying to do the same thing. I see that to the other kid. No, you can't take
Don't
my
resist.
phone away.
Yes, we can, because if you're going to jail.
You can't. What are you arresting me for?
Contributing to delinquency as a minor.
Hold on. Hold on.
Dude, she's gonna get obstruction and contributing to delinquency of a minor?
Put it right here. Leave it there. Leave your license too. Put your license down too, please.
Her license is in her bra.
You know why he's trying to arrest me? Because I took a video of...
No, that's not why.
He said that I was obstructing their way.
Yo, this is fucking awesome. So, she's on the phone, right, with whoever that girl is. See what this officer does. It was fucking amazing.
Their way.
Give him your license.
Oh.
You can't do that.
I just did.
You cannot do that.
Come on, miss.
He just did.
I'm not gonna do this with you.
No,
we tried to ask you many times for you didn't want to leave too.
No.
You put it on the other side.
Because you're doing an injustice with the little boy. That's why you're trying
First
to take
of all,
me.
are you done talking? I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So your child has no. Your child has. Does your child have?
No,
Okay, cool.
I'm in pain.
Yeah.
You don't listen to him.
You don't seem like you're in
Go to
pain.
the hospital. Yes, I need the medic. Yes.
Have a seat, my friend. Go to DCF.
Yeah.
Go to DCF.
Sounds more like you're trying to get out of the ticket and or arrest.
That's fine. Obstruction, jail. I'll get a license by then. So she wants to play this game.
Oopsie. What happened to the two kids?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am. Your child can't drive a car. There's no license. All right. She can't see. She's wearing glasses. She can't even see over the steering wheel. So I'm gonna make sure this happens. I'm gonna make sure this happens.
I had to tilt too because you have
She's
your.
underage. She can't drive.
It doesn't.
We're supposed to turn her. So we're not supposed to turn on those lights when we pull people over. All right, go ahead and take a seat in my car.
Have a seat.
Please take a seat.
His lights weren't too bright.
All right. Go ahead. Where do you want me to help you?
Yeah,
Where do you want me to help you?
my feet because I have 2 surgeries.
Where do you have it? Twist all the way.
What's your name? What's your name? My friend.
How am I trespassing in a Walmart? You guys don't want to answer. You don't want to answer nothing.
All right, listen.
You don't want to answer any questions I have from y'all on why I'm being arrested, why y'all being so brutal, but you have the nerve to ask me my name?
Yeah.
How dare you? You have no respect.
Let's close the door.
Where do you live and what's your name? Because this can help you out, either going to the jail or going home. So.
You gonna take me to jail?
Yes, we will. Or you going home. So, your name and your address.
Take me to the police station.
Oh.
Do you have his name? What? You want to talk about too? Is it give a name?
No. He said take him to the
police.
Whoops.
And what chance only?
I actually take you to the police station.
Your name and date of birth.
I actually take you to the police station.
All right. You're under arrest for trespassing, resisting arrest. All right. And
trespass. I didn't know I was trespassing.
Yes. When people tell you to leave, Walmart's private property. All right.
Okay. Can we go over the police tape then? I mean the tape on his camera.
No. That's not how it works. It's not we. You go over that later.
He didn't tell. The way he told me that I had to get off the cart, so I returned the cart back to him. He didn't ask me to leave, and that's why I'm asking you over the tape. Who was we? Because you weren't there.
I was there when I put you in handcuffs. Those are my handcuffs, right?
Okay, but when I was in the store,
and we asked you to leave.
You was we? You weren't there when
I was.
It doesn't matter. Somebody can.
What are you talking about? Can we start over? So who put you in handcuffs? Was it me?
Yo, we need the cliffhanger, guys. Well, actually, it's not a cliffhanger because it's, fuck me.
I remember
punchline. No.
Telling you to leave.
Kicker.
Management already told us to tell you to leave, my friend.
But why do I have to leave?
Because you're acting up in the store and they don't want your business.
I'm acting up.
I wasn't there. That's not up to me to determine. Okay. So I'm gonna give you one chance. All right. To avoid all this. All right. Instead of taking you to jail for no reason. All right. How about you provide your name and date of birth, your real name? Because if I book you in as John Doe, no one will know you're there. Nobody will know who you are, and your parents will take forever to pick you up because they don't know that you're in there. All right. So, would you like to give me your name and date of birth?
Why do I have to go? I'm going to jail immediately for trespassing.
Yes, you're going to jail immediately if you don't provide your name and date of birth.
There's no one else I can talk to.
No, absolutely not.
I feel like this is illegal.
Well, you can fill out. Did you go to law school?
Yes.
How old are you? How old are you?
I don't have to give you that information.
What law school did you go to?
I don't have to release any
Exactly.
information.
You didn't go to law school.
You're a public police officer, right?
I'm a police officer, yes.
That works in the public, right?
The attorney looking for is public servant, my friend.
Exactly. So I don't have to release any of that information to the public.
What?
What?
You when you're detained, you have to give your name and date of birth. You're obligated to. You understand that, right? When you're accused of a crime, you have to give your name and date of birth.
Obligated to by who?
The state of Florida.
Take no job.
Okay. Put your feet in, please. All right, you're not in charge here, okay?
I am in charge because I'm going to tell you my name, and then you're going to release me, and I'm going to go back home to my family.
That would be amazing.
Oh, you're not going home to your family. You're a 19-year-old girl. Not a minor. Not a teenage boy. 19-year-old female. Wow. Now, this is what I'm talking about. We're going to watch this video. And as I was watching this yesterday, I'm like, wait a second. One of these bitches looks real familiar. So we're going to see who she is. You're going to recognize her. And then she's going to fucking just rage, more rage, and rage.
What's up, everybody? I know you guys missed me. I got your DMs, just kidding. But good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Q&A show with Anton Daniels and Q and everybody. Welcome to the returning guests. Welcome to the new people in chat. We see you. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you follow all the content creators that's on the panel right now. And we do appreciate you guys, okay? Make sure you tune into the Millionaire tomorrow morning. Okay, somebody got echo. I'll mute y'all. But welcome to everybody on the panel. How are you guys doing? You guys can unmute.
Good.
Good.
Glad
Okay.
to be here.
That's good. Welcome back. Welcome back, Elizabeth. And I gotta get out the chat. Yes, chat, we see you. But we're gonna start off, you guys. It's been a long weekend. A lot of stuff has been coming out on the news. But we're going to start off with the United Healthcare killer. He has been caught. If you guys haven't seen it, he has been caught. We're going to play a little. No, you know what? We're going to start off with the something has been going viral on TikTok with the 50-50 mortgage challenge. Have you guys seen it? Been going viral?
No.
Does somebody want to explain what's been going on, Crystal, Jerry?
It's just a trend on TikTok, and the couples are pretty much, it's a prank. So a woman will say, hey, baby, I can't pay the mortgage. I can't pay the bills this month. And he's like, you don't pay the bills anyway. But then there's another side that just started a few days ago also, and it's the 50-50.
I don't know. I don't believe in the 50-50. I provide most of the income for this family. So it's more like 90-10.
50 couples. But what I've noticed with the 50-50 couples are that the men are not resourceful.
But
or
this
trying
isn't what I
to
want to get at.
be solution-based with trying to assist the woman, or even though it's a
Matter of
prank,
fact,
it's just very
I
tough.
forgot how long it takes.
Saying that they do.
It was just giving a different perspective. There was a guy on there. It's just a.
Does anybody? Hello?
It's silent, Cicely.
Well, anybody can answer. Ro, you can unmute. Anybody can answer. It's just
as far as the these little takes have been going. Somebody's Q is 50. I'm sorry. Congrats for.
Come on.
Because I forgot.
Be quiet, Elizabeth.
I mean, that sounds about right, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Especially if you're a woman has a part-time.
Actually, I don't know how far it was in.
If he don't propose, probably more than your whole income.
Oh, here we go.
In the house.
How long? How?
The 50-50 side.
So okay, so my question is, how long do you wait before you do your special little trick in the bedroom?
I think this man changed the whole subject. But what I wanted to say is, I think that we also have to like think about whether it's a wife or a girlfriend, all of the unpaid labor that comes with having a woman in the house. You know, I'm you know, I've been married before. I'm single now. But if I had the opportunity to be a man, I would definitely pay all the rent because I know now I'm getting meals. Now I'm getting a clean house. Think about it. If you paid for a cleaner and you paid for a chef and you paid for a nanny and you paid for a therapist and you paid for that, that's far more.
I don't have that kind of money.
So my God, unpaid labor is unpaid labor. I'm just thinking and I think it all depends on what the woman is doing in the household. But if a woman is there for you, doing the therapy, cooking the food, taking care of your kids, washing the clothes, doing all that stuff, that would cost you probably more than your whole income.
So Rhoda,
so now you get a house to live in as well.
Rhoda, this is a house that you got to build brick by brick, okay? You just don't get it because you here. All right, that's why I asked, how long do you wait before you hit that special Gok 3000? I feel like every dude should make a woman wait a
personally, I wouldn't date a man that's waiting for me to do something sexually for him to reward me in any kind of way. I wouldn't date that. I wouldn't do that. And I will say this, okay? So I've been on my own since I was 16. I've been able to pay bills my whole entire life. I can pay bills by myself. To me, there's no incentive for me to live with a man if he's not paying the bills. I can take care of 100% on my own. But if I want to live with a man now, if you want me to pay if you want a roommate, homie, just say that.
Rhoda, now hold on. Hear me out, because a couple years back, I was watching this woman. She got hit with a brick, and she was saying she need protection. So if you had a man, he probably wasn't paying rent, but he had protection for you. So
I think you're really trying to be funny. I think you're really trying to be funny, and I think that you try. How are you trying to be funny? I know exactly. I don't know why you would bring up something that happened a year ago to me, and and this is not even the topic. But if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. And we can talk about that. But I don't want to come and take over. But I think that making jokes and laughs about violence is just not funny. It's never going to be funny. It's never a place for. There's never a place for that.
That had to happen first. That didn't happen.
What does a man in my household paying bills have anything to do with
the other panelists? They're trying hard to keep a straight face.
A violent random man on the street. Whether I have a husband paying my rent or not, every woman is susceptible to be around a violent man. Those two, if you're going to have a conversation, you're going to have to be cohesive, and you're going to have to learn how to follow the conversation. But if you can't do that, you're going from sex, and now you're going to violence. And maybe sex and violence are the only two things that you're able to think about.
You think I have somebody I love in the bricks, in the projects? You think I'm gonna have my girl in the bricks?
Again, I cannot follow somebody who has trouble with cohesive sentences. You went from sex to a scandal to protection, and now you're talking about the projects.
I'm trying
to try to stay on topic, honey, and then I will try to follow you.
So I have a question, 2K. 2K
from CTE.
2K, to take it back, do you think that men should step up more regarding paying? Huh?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Every man should step in the way of a woman that's getting a brick thrown in front of her.
Paying mortgages.
Paying mortgages.
Yes, the title.
The thing is, I think that you're trying to get a moment off of something that was very violent, and also I think you think that you're funny, but you're not. And I also think that you can hurt my feelings, sweetheart. What I've dealt with, you cannot hurt my.
I think it's funny.
Feelings with these basic lame jokes. These are lame jokes, and they're pathetic, and you're like getting off the topic, and you're wasting the productivity level here. I'm gonna tell you something, honey. I got hit by a brick. I got globally brutalized. I got criminalized, and guess what? I'm still here, looking better than you and doing better than you, and still intellectual and still fine. Got hit with the head and still fine. I'm not struggling with cohesiveness. Let me tell you something. You cannot hurt my feelings. So if that's what you're trying to do, stop, because you can't. All you do is remind me how strong I am and how resilient I am and how dope I am. But thank you for that reminder, because today I forgot that I was a bad bitch. still, thank you for the reminder that I'm a bad bitch and that I constantly survive men like you. It's not funny. You have sisters, you have daughters, I'm pretty sure you have daughters because you look like you don't fucking use a condom or ever heard of one.
Whoa.
So let me tell you something. I have survived that shit. That was my trauma and I'm still dealing with it. And I survived it and I'm fine and I'm better. But your little lame ass jokes are pathetic and they're not hitting, honey. They're not hitting.
They're hitting.
You think you're eating, but you ate too much. That's why you look like that. You ate too much food, and you should have been reading a book, and then you could have ate with talking shit to me. So I'm gonna tell you right now, that if you're trying to hurt my feelings, baby, it's not gonna work. Because every time a lame ass nigga talks about this kind of shit, all it does is remind me that I'm a dope ass, resilient, standing on business queen, and you're not gonna.
Who can't get no man, or she's a strong, independent black woman and don't need no man.
Hurt my feelings, but you can look like a lame ass nigga and keep talking about this, or you can try to sit down and have a productive conversation with the other people in this room and respect everybody's time. Thank you.
That ain't finna go nowhere over here.
Okay.
That ain't finna go nowhere over here. Cause I seen your microwave. No, hold on, Q. I seen on microwave before this live started. She had little shit all on.
Oh yeah, I like to eat. I might have a bite or two. But guess what? I can also read.
Me too.
And read. Okay, and maybe the body's teased. I don't know why you're talking about what I eat or not. Who cares? But you look like you're struggling.
Okay.
But you know what? January, new year, new you.
You look like you live in your car.
Yeah, shout out to y'all in the chat. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's here. That was
baby, I promise you cannot tongue tussle with me. I will hurt your feelings and have you out here crying. So just stop.
Bro.
I'm gonna tell you right now to stop because you can't tongue tussle with
I definitely called her out. Of course, I'm not what are those people? Super chats. I don't get to do.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm stronger than you and more intellectual than you and funnier than you. So, but you want to do that? If you want to go there, honey, you want to make this. If you want to make this a light roast, we can. But yeah, like I said, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. I stand on my shit. I'm very proud of myself and the way I handle that. And I know that if it was you, you would have crumbled. If it was you, you wouldn't even be here.
Wow.
If a man hit you over the head, you wouldn't be here.
I was wondering if y'all had some brown sugar.
Y'all got them bricks in the comments.
I got a little bit.
I was really hoping for a productive conversation with productive people. And like I said, you can picture.
Do you have some brown sugar?
Can you shut the fuck up?
Calm down, everybody. Just okay.
I trusted Island Girl and her page. I don't know what kind of people you affiliate yourself with, and I don't care who's on the chat. But like I said, the people who are trying to brutalize me are the most. You know who they are. You know the kind of men who are making fun of the brick situation are the kind of men who would have sold you in Africa into slavery.
Hey, first of all, I'm not selling anyone into slavery, let alone an African.
The kind of man who thinks that is enjoyable, the kind of men who are relishing and abusing women online and making fun of all this violence and using white supremacist tactics and all this stuff. Those are the men who would have sold you in slavery.
Did she just say white supremacist? Bitch, you got hit with a brick. You grifted at least twice with GoFundMes. And it wasn't even a brick from what, the story was. It was an allergic reaction.
Those are the men who would have been working for the FBI when you was fucking down with the Black Panthers. Those are the fucking worst of the worst of our community. So if that's who you want to pander to, I understand. But I would implore you to elevate just a little bit. Because I feel like you have some other people in this room that might be able to teach you something. So how about you just close your mouth and let more intellectual people speak?
Okay,
thank you.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
Have some brown sugar.
Let's start with the first topic, y'all.
Can I apologize to him?
Okay.
Baby, he got enough sugar in his tank. He got a lot of sugar in his tank. He's sassy as hell. He over there trying to pander to the men in the comments. I can't see the comments. Is there a way for me to see it? But if there is, he's over there looking at the comments like, how can I pander to these men? Baby, they're not going to buy you a Burger King. Calm down.
I'm sorry.
Yo, anybody want to buy me a Burger King?
Let's get back on topic. Let's go.
We love you long time.
Because she a real brick house as a woman. I agree.
Okay. Let's get back on the first topic. Welcome to the show, you guys. That was a little icebreaker.
Wait, we didn't even talk about it.
Right.
No. We're done. We're done.
No, I know. I want to talk about that. I really do.
You know what's so funny? I never meet men like this in real life. All the men I really meet in real life that I'm in community with are amazing. But it's always when they get behind a little mic and they see this other man, they get all. Baby, go back to the freaking mother's basement you came from.
Is my mic on?
It wasn't no amazing man around then.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Shit.
Remember the lie you told? You said it wasn't no amazing man around, right?
What lie did I tell? What lie did I tell?
The mic 2K. Can we talk about the topic? Y'all crashing out.
If you want to talk to me about that situation, honey, I have all the evidence. I didn't lie about shit. That's a whole fucking. The lie is the fucking men who would have sold your ass into slavery. They lied. They
Now,
lied.
she worried about the lie and saying it's not a lie, but not the grift for thousands, tens of thousands.
Well, anyways, don't worry. Y'all gonna make me some money. Y'all gonna make a bitch retired rich.
We already made you money. How much did you get from the scandal?
I got $0 from that, honey. No, zero. You don't have the information. You should stop talking about things that you don't have the information for. You didn't get no money. I didn't lie. You're reading headlines. You're reading headlines from bloggers who are exploiting me. And you're acting like it's, oh, the police have never ever got it wrong. The police have always fucking charged the right people. Shit, baby, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't have the information. You don't know what you're talking about. You're reading headlines. You're pandering to other fucking misogynist men, and you're pathetic right now, baby. Like I said, you're not on my level. You want, honey, you don't know what you're talking about.
He won.
I didn't come here for this.
He's not even paying attention.
I didn't come here to talk to listeners who don't know what's going on.
Hold on.
And like I said, you don't stress me out.
Hold on.
They're not stressing you out?
Is it Ro? Can I call you Ro?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that most men are misogynistic?
Anton.
I think most people are misogynistic, women and men included, because we're all socialized to be that way. In this country, especially in America or Western countries, we are all socialized to be anti-black and to be misogynist. Women have to do the work just like men to decolonize and like fuck with, like, even women have to do the work to do anti-misogyny work, to become a girl's girl, to be to decenter, to care about women.
What makes us misogynistic in your opinion?
I think, like I said, I think we're socialized to be that way. Everything in our country, we're constantly being fed things that are anti-women.
No. I mean, like, not.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What you think is being socialized, but as far as like what makes me misogynistic? I know that misogyny in a lot of people's instances are attached to masculinity, right? I see terms thrown out like toxic masculinity, that type of stuff. What would make a person misogynistic? And like, as far as like, give me an example. What would that look like in 2024 going into 2025?
I don't think misogyny has a look. I think it's an ideology, right? It's a thought process. It's the lens that you see the world in. And if you see the world in a lens where you think that women don't.
Wait. So through your eyes, by what you're saying, it's your ideology of what misogyny is. You just answered your question with your question, if it was a question.
If you're following the Western world and how you're going to see it, you're going to be misogynist. Even me, myself, as a person who has a doctorate in women and gender studies,
They have a fucking doctorate for that? Women and gender studies. What? Hold on. I understand, a useless degree like gender studies, because if you have a college degree, you're great. But in order to get a doctorate in gender studies, what does that entail? And what kind of jobs can you get? Because you have a doctorate. I mean, some people have honorary doctorates, and they're useless. But this seems like one of those. I hope she didn't pay for it. Was it an honorary doctorate? Probably not. But fucked up part is she can say, yeah, I'm a doctor. Yo, I'm also a doctor of thugonomics.
I was in the program thinking that I was already, like, I thought I was decolonized.
Doctorates?
Hold on.
Yeah,
Let her cook. Go ahead.
I thought that when I entered that space, I was 28 years old, and I really thought I've been a girl's girl forever. I've always had women's back. I advocate for women. I advocate for Black people. But when I started reading those books and stuff like that, there was work that I had to do to undo stuff. I didn't realize that there was stuff that I was still doing that's participating in misogyny. And I think that there's still work to do. I think it's a constant reflexivity, a constant looking at yourself and the way that you're handling things. I just
funny story. I did tell myself this morning I was going to tell the story, but I couldn't figure out how to tie it in. And I just remembered. So my daughter, it's finals week or midterms, whatever you want to call it. And she's studying and working and all that stuff, no sleep. And she walks in my room, Dad, I'm going to go to the store real quick. I'm like, all right, cool. And she was like, there's so much studying. I got work. I got this and like that. And I made her repeat this. She said, why can't we just be back in the kitchen? I was like, well, wait, this is the smartest kid. I said, can you say that again? Why can't we just be back in the kitchen? And I was like, you know what? It's a good point.
I just like a couple of months ago, a Black woman on TikTok had said something about me, and I made a video in response to that. And that was misogyny because I didn't make no video responses for knuckleheads like him.
What did she say?
Because knuckleheads like this guy have been bothering me forever, and I never made a response video for them.
No. See, hold on, row. Hold on, 2K. Hold on, 2K.
Is he a comedian? Because if he is, I just think that he should just choose better subjects.
Focus on me for 1 second.
Okay, I'm sorry. What I was saying is so here's a distinction. There were so many men who were harassing me constantly, and I never felt the need to make any response videos for them. But as soon as it was a Black woman, I did it. And I thought, the way that I told myself, because we always tell ourselves lies, right? When we're doing things, we don't want to be honest. I told myself, oh, I'm doing this because she's a Black woman and I'm protecting other Black women. So I'm mad at her for this. But when I started to do the internal work, I was like, why do I feel more comfortable responding to her and not him?
Do you think that there's a level of accountability? But hold on, do you think that there's a level of accountability on your part, and that it's not that most guys are misogynistic, but there's a lot of guys that are getting out of prison every single day because of being accused of something that they didn't do, because it's a whole agenda behind believe all women by default and not because they can actually prove that you did anything to them. And so do you think
she was just
it's
kidding.
valid for men to question everything the same way that we question each other, right? I don't by default believe anything that anybody says, but if somebody makes hold on, give me a second. If somebody makes an accusation, do you think that those guys are misogynistic because they hold you accountable? Because listen, we've advocated as a society, as a culture, for women to be equal. So how do we justify the misogynistic label when people hold you accountable?
Okay, so that was very loaded. So let me try to break it down because I don't want to just overthink. So here's one. No, holding somebody accountable is not misogyny. And but I do believe that there might be an agenda to believe all women, but it's never been acted out. It might be a theory that people came up with. It might even be an agenda.
There you go,
I don't think it's an agenda. It might be all of those things, but it's never been practiced. We don't believe women.
You don't think so?
No, we don't. We still don't believe women, and we certainly don't believe Black women. And I think it's very important to understand that Black women, we deal with everything that Black men deal with, and then on top of that, we deal with misogyny. So when you say that people are accusing you guys of things, people accuse things of us. Black women walk down the street and people be like, "Oh, she did this," and
the Black woman on panel
so
don't
we
agree with
also
you.
deal with the accusations from people. So hold on, Black women. No, white women can carry us anytime. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish it out, darling, okay? So that's one thing. Black women are always susceptible to also be accused of things and without anybody believing them. And two, the system hates all of us. So me as a Black woman, I'm gonna tell you something about me. Yeah, the system, there's police and all of that. Me as a Black woman, when I go to the police, they don't believe me. And they certainly don't see me as a person that deserves protection. So I'm always going to have a higher level of scrutiny already from the police. So now if my people hold me down with a whole higher level of scrutiny, that's fine. But there's a difference between holding somebody accountable and then also choosing not to believe them because you're trying to protect an image. Most people were not worried about trying to find out the truth. They were trying to conceal the truth, whether it was true or not. They didn't want it to come out because they were worried about how that would
You're making
affect
it
black
personal.
men.
You're making it personal back to
Okay,
the
so
whole
I'm
brick
saying,
situation.
yeah,
I'm not
okay, because
talking about that.
you guys brought it up and nobody was talking about the brick
And it's
situation.
not you
But what I'm
guys.
trying
I'm
to
not
say
a
is that
monolith. I'm my own
here's my
individual.
hold on. Here's my personal. This is what I would do. If somebody, so guess what? Okay, how about let's make it general. If somebody comes out right now, any one of these women or men, I don't care, because I don't even think about gender that way. If anybody comes out right now and says so and so did this to me, what I think is the most practical
she
thing.
just said she didn't want to make a response about all this, men making fun of her. But the second a woman made fun of her, she felt like she had to respond. So you just disproved your point again.
Society that we live in right now is just to believe the person.
Never.
Why?
Never.
Hold on. Let me tell you why. You want to hear why I think that? The reason why I think that is because if I decide, no, I don't believe you, and now I'm all asking all these questions, guess what? Now the truth is much more muddier because everybody's putting in a theory and all that. Hold on, listen. Okay, so you're not letting me finish a complete thought. I'm trying to finish a complete thought. No, hold on.
No, listen.
Right now, but listen,
let me tell you what's wrong with your argument.
I didn't get to finish. I didn't make the argument yet. Let me just finish it.
You're
now,
long-winded,
if we allow the person, yes, I am going to land it, please. You threw a lot of questions at me. And I'm trying to answer one. Let me answer this one. Okay. So now, if we let this person speak and we all just be quiet and be like, okay, that's what your story is, and we be quiet. We allow them to keep speaking and keep talking without interruption. And that if they're lying, they will hang themselves. We will give them enough rope to hang themselves because we're allowed. If you let a liar lie, a liar will expose themselves because you're going to be like, okay, what's the more details? Give us more details. Give us more details. And we will be able to catch them. But we don't do that. The minute somebody says this happened to me, we're like, liar.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Y'all have been incentivized to lie.
Oh,
who's y'all?
Women.
Because black women don't get to participate in that.
Yes,
black women don't have.
Yes,
no, black women don't.
There are
black
men every single day, and you really need to look up the statistics with regard to.
No, I actually know. I have a woman in gender studies. I know this. That
you didn't hear what I was about to say. You didn't hear what I was about to say.
Black women don't have that.
You didn't hear what I was about to say.
I mean, I have women's studies I've been perfecting over the past 42 years old. 42 years, and I think I perfected it.
You really need to look up the statistics with regard to the Innocence Project. And with regard to the Innocence Project, there
she doesn't know what that is.
Every single day that either cop out or they're just now being freed because the technology that we have today has just caught up to where we can actually test to realize that there are a lot of people that were incentivized to lie on men, whether it be because, like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. And I always like to cite this example because this is the antithesis of what you're preaching. The woman that accused the Duke lacrosse team of raping.
Oh, yeah.
She was lying. She lied beautifully. And here's the worst part about it. Nobody came back and apologized to the lacrosse team. And all of those guys' reputations were ruined. They got kicked out of school. Is men that get arrested, removed from their job because they have no retribution. Nobody ever gives the consequences to these people that are lying. And it doesn't mean that it's not things that happen to people. But I don't like it when people then generalize and say to believe all women, because that would mean to automatically demonize somebody else because the way the justice system is supposed to work is that it's innocent until proven guilty. But when you say believe all women, if women was believable, we wouldn't have to preach it.
That's the fact.
We wouldn't have to preach it.
But how come?
I see women lie every single day. Every day. People.
I see men lie every single day.
People lie.
People
lie. I am never going to give.
Okay, so what space do you create for a victim? What space do you create for a victim? So what do you think a victim should? What can a victim do? Because guess what? I said that I got hit. Everybody called me a liar, and guess what? That man said he got hit, and I'm still being called a liar. He said he hit me on 3 different platforms.
Listen.
So I'm just saying, what do you do about the people? Because it was brought up. I didn't bring it up. I don't talk about that. I don't talk about that.
Bringing up this situation, and I'm telling you,
it was brought up.
No, I didn't bring it up. I'm talking to you. That he is a different person. I didn't bring that up. You keep bringing it up in order to justify your argument.
Do you have a sister or a daughter?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I got 3 brothers, and I have 1.
I think I'm
daughter.
looking the same way to last night. At this point, I was tired of fucking listening to her. I was like, dude, can we get back to the topic? And a lot of the other people on the panel are definitely getting that look. Like, her 15 minutes is already finished.
I also will agree. Here's my thing. As a person who has experience, it's hard not to speak from experience. I do think that when women are, I do think that there's a way. I think that especially a Black woman should never go to social media. If you've been assaulted, don't ever go to social media. Never, ever, ever do that. I totally agree with that. Like, but the system doesn't advocate for women too. Like, as a Black woman walked into a police station
I think that you are bitter and you are scorned.
I'm not bitter and I'm not scorned. I am deeply heartbroken. I'm deeply heartbroken because what happened to me was brutal, and to happen to your own community, it was brutal. Because guess what? I'm a person who has advocated for our Black community forever. I've been to all the protests.
I think that
everything I've done around.
You need to do some self-searching.
You don't know me, sweetheart, and you don't know what I'm trying to do. That was a brutal thing that I went through, and this guy laughed about it.
I'm offended at everything. You keep introducing yourself into the conversation in your own personal situation. So when I then speak to it, then that makes it valid. I never asked you your personal situation. I was speaking.
He brought it up. You know what you're doing right now? You're negating the fact that I came here prepared to have an adult conversation about the topic that was at hand.
The reason why you get the type of energy that you get.
For me not to react to my trauma is crazy. First of all, I have done a lot of
care about your trauma.
I can tell that you don't care.
I don't care about your trauma. And what you don't,
I can tell you don't care.
Hold on.
I can tell you don't care.
Get back to it, y'all.
But we're not going to act like I came here to have a conversation about the topic that you guys want to have and to add an intellectual level. I don't have a problem. You don't know what problems I have. You don't know me.
I know it because I'm paying attention to what you interacting with me right now. I'm speaking on what my personal interaction with you in this short amount of time is.
What you're negating was that somebody. Okay, so let me talk about the worst thing that ever happened to you. Laugh about it, and then when you react to it, be like, "Oh, you know what? This is the problem that you have." You're negating what he did. Okay, I can tell that you don't care. I can tell you don't care.
Bringing it up.
I didn't bring it up. He brought it up.
And
now that you bring it up, you can't act like it didn't happen.
I don't care about what the fuck you think about your situation. If you want to address that with him separately, offline, then
I don't think that anybody, I don't think that you or him have the range to have that conversation with me.
I'm having it with you right now.
You don't need no.
Why? Because you have a doctorate.
Stop 2K. Stop 2K. Give me 1 second. Your problem, and give me a second. You
don't know what my problems are. You have no idea
You're free to respond. I'm trying not to mute you because I want to make sure that we had this conversation. You introduced yourself into the conversation with me. You keep introducing your own personal situation when I was talking in general. Your problem, and this is the problem of a lot of women that's out here, is that you bring this type of energy on you. I know women that ain't never had a problem with a man in their life. I know women that ain't never been assaulted. I know women that ain't never had.
So now you're saying that I bring that kind of energy to myself.
Stop. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to speak, but I keep trying to tell you that your femininity is your secret weapon. That's the thing that you have as a trump card. You talk too much. You too aggressive. You masculine. It ain't that we think.
I'm masculine.
We can identify when a woman want to act like a man, and we treat you as such.
No, I do not. First of all, the men I'm in community with,
if you want to have that type of energy
like this,
I gotta mute you because you're not gonna keep interrupting me. If you gonna have that type of energy,
she just rage quit.
Cool. Listen, ladies, let them run. Let them run.
Could we slow clap?
Hold on, and I just want to say this.
Damn.
I want to say this really quickly because I never ever and it ain't a person up here that could say that I was offensive. It ain't a person up here that could say I called her out of her name. It ain't a person up here that could say that I said anything negative to her whatsoever. She introduced herself into this conversation. She got met with aggression, and I would implore every guy to stand 10 toes down and stop letting these chicks bully you just because she a woman. She can't bully nobody up here. And I tried to offer her grace by being an intercessor between her and 2K. But the reality of it is that type.
But wait, I hate to tell you this. Even after the rage quit, she returns.
Black women, y'all let this happen. It was like the Kamala thing with a brick.
They attacked me too because I said she was lying.
And you know she doing her live from a car.
Okay.
With a brick.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, here's the thing. I just want to say something.
Well, she's back.
I'm still wondering if I can answer the
Hold on,
question.
hold on, y'all.
Can I say something and leave? Because I'm gonna leave.
Don't leave, bro. We about to have shit.
I'm gonna leave
I'm
because
not
I
about
don't.
to sit up here.
Give me
with
a
this
second.
shit
We
all
got a
night.
whole night. We gonna get through this shit.
First of all,
Hold
Island Girl,
on,
thank you
babe.
for the
Hold on.
invitation.
Hold on. Let me set the
No, I
rules.
don't want to be muted. I'm just gonna.
No, you can't fucking come up here.
Hold on,
You
bro.
get the, no. This is how we gonna do it. Either you gonna be cordial and you gonna participate the whole night, or you can't come up here and get your shit off and leave. Either you gonna give grace and be able to have a conversation with everybody and not run off as a victim and think you gonna get your shit off and leave, or you can just leave right now. Because everybody got to get into this, and we're gonna have a conducive conversation. We're gonna go over multiple different subjects, and you not gonna be the highlight, you not gonna be the victim, and we not gonna bring up your situation no more. If you want to stick around and chill, then that's cool. You're gonna wait your turn like everybody else. We're gonna have a great conversation, or you can leave right now. But I'm not about to let you come up here, get your shit off, and leave. You can unmute.
Have
You was
some
muted.
respect for
Are you leaving, bro? Are you leaving? Because we're going to you're muted.
You muted. You gotta unmute yourself.
You gotta unmute. Oh, she can't.
No,
we're not doing this.
No, I don't know what she did. If she wanted left on her.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
2K, you're done. Back to the topic.
just for social media. Ain't what they be. If you lying in the comments like this shit is corny. This is like y'all just if you lying, you faking. I think a lot of people's situation ain't what they be trying to act like it is. Sometimes it's just for social media. Real life, you getting it, how you getting it together, you working that stuff out. It don't matter. Bills is getting paid. We good. It ain't no problem. I don't got times the jokes. So I just think
Miss Harris,
not Miss Harris.
Miss Harris, not to be funny or anything. Are you married to a man or a woman?
I'm married to a man.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like women though. It's cool. Fair question.
No, she's married to a man.
I'm married to a man, and I do like women, but the Lord is delivering me from liking women.
What? Bro, you're muted, bro. You're muted. Bro, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
I think that's a good thing because she crashed out for like 200
No,
hours.
I'm not crashing out. Okay, so here's the thing. If
You crashing out right now because it ain't time for you to talk, boo. No disrespect.
But I'm going to say something because I'm having things. I'm going to say something.
But
I'm going to
let other people
because
speak.
I'm going to let
You
people
have to
speak.
let other people speak.
If everybody interrupts me every time I speak, that's hard for me to
But
stop
you
because I'm not
jumped in
able to
I
get a
was
sentence.
Bro,
Like
we
I
don't
said,
even
if you
care
create
about
a space that's
the
violent,
I was
then
still
I'm going to.
talking.
You cannot
I
tell me
was
to be
still
feminine.
talking. We don't even
You
care
cannot tell
about
me to
the
calm
story,
down and be
though.
feminine.
Wait, but
At
bro,
the end of the day,
I
you
muted
I
you.
was still talking.
Bro, hold on. I muted you,
Bro,
but you gotta let her.
here.
You gotta let her finish.
Still, for
You gotta let
real.
her.
Hey, Jamisa.
Bro, I muted you, sweetheart, but you interrupted Jamisha. Let Jamisha, bro, you're muted, darling. You're muted, so we can't hear you.
Hey,
Let
Jamisha, hold on
finish.
for a second, please.
Let Jamisha finish.
Bro, whatever. Like, yo, we don't even care about the story, yo. Like, nobody really cares, my nigga. Like, let that shit go. You gonna have to go heal because this not the
Get her, Ava.
time. You doing too much. Like,
You're
niggas don't
muted,
care.
bro.
You got hit in the head with a brick, yo. Move the fuck on.
Let's go to Jamisha, and then we'll go back to bro. Go ahead, Jamisha.
No, I just, I just wanted to put that out there, and then she jumped on the mic like you got to chill out. That's it. That's
so Jamisha, wait, you saying y'all put all of y'all money into one account, and then from there, y'all.
Yep, everything gets direct deposit into a joint account, and then once.
And that was the end of that. Like I said, she's still spazzing out. She's got a PhD in gender studies and feminism, or whatever the fuck it was. Women in gender studies? Something like that. Doesn't really matter because I think that's made up anyway. But anyway, it doesn't matter what I think because I'm not telling you how to think. I'm just saying check out all these other people and how they think. and then go from there. Because I'm just telling you to think.